Hallelujah. Praise Yah for his mercy. So praise Yah. Hallelujah. So Yah, we back on. Praise the Most High Yah for allowing us to come together again this week on this Shabbat day to be able to learn his word. So we're going to be in the book of Deuteronomy today. Last week we started on chapter number 6. Started on chapter 6. So what we did chapter 6, what we're gonna do a review. Also, we're gonna just to learn some more things. A lot of times, people say, don't tempt Yah. And one thing I want to bring out is, tempting Yah is also you all is when you doubt. Is when you are in unbelief. That's something that Moshe had brought up last week when he said, don't tempt Yah as you did at Massa. Let's look at that. I think that might have been Deuteronomy 4. The Moses brought up last week. Who I said?
You brought it up last week.
Moses. Yeah, Moses told us. You know what I'm saying? We iterate. We reiterate. Just pray again, and then after we pray again, y'all, we're gonna just do a review, and then we're gonna move on to Deuteronomy 7. Praise Yah. Hallelujah. Almighty, we thank you for your mercy, Yahuah. Thank you for your loving kindness. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for being good to us. Thank you for keeping us. Yah, your word says that you would keep those in perfect peace, or those in shalom, and complete shalom, whose mind is stayed on you. Help us, Almighty, to have our mind stayed on you. Not having our mind stayed on our circumstances. Not having our mind stayed on how much money we need. Not having our mind stayed on where we need to go live at. Not having our mind stayed on the house or the bill needs to be paid, but having our mind stayed on you, knowing that you will take care of us. Almighty, I thank you for your compassion and your mercy and your loving kindness for us today. Thank you for the opportunity, Almighty, for us to be able to get into the word and grow in you and learn how to have a relationship and see things from a true point of view. Like Mashiach was telling the woman, when he was talking to her, the woman at the well. And he was telling her, it'll come a time when you ain't going to worship in Jerusalem, nor in this mountain. Said, but Yah is a spirit, and those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth, or in reality. Help us to learn and have the understanding that, Yah, that we know that we're not in Jerusalem at this moment. And we know we're definitely in one of that mountain that the woman at the well was talking about. But we can worship you in spirit and in truth, even as Solomon had said, when he was praying to you, that asked you to hear from Jerusalem, even in the land of our captivity, and we turn toward your house, toward you, the place you chose to put your name. He asked for you to hear from heaven and respond to us, forgive us of our sins, bring healing, bring deliverance. And Almighty, this morning we turn toward you as well. Y'all wanted to learn of you, wanted to learn to know how to seek you out and find you and search you with our whole heart, not half-stepping, not out of a religious point of view, but truly, Yah, giving ourselves to you. But Yah, many of us don't know how to search you with our whole heart, because many of us don't have that understanding what that is. Moses said, your word is our wisdom, is our understanding, your Torah. So I ask of you, Almighty, to put it in our heart, help us to learn of you, to grow in you, to understand you, to live a better life, to know better, to do better. We thank you, Yah, for giving us strength, for increasing us in our faith. Thank you for showing us how to be better. Thank you for delivering us, changing our mindsets, and causing us to repent, be remorseful for our wrongdoing. We thank you, Almighty. We just give you the praise. In Yahusha HaMashiach's name we pray. Hallelujah. Amen. Let's look at a review on something right quick, y'all. When we look at Deuteronomy chapter 4 right quick, we're gonna read a verse. We're gonna look at verse 1 and 2 right quick, but I want you to understand something on verse 1. It says, now therefore, Shema, hearken, Shema, listen intelligently, pay attention, consider what I'm saying to you. discern what I'm saying to you. Be obedient, perceive what I'm saying to you, understand what I'm saying to you, right? Now, therefore, Shema, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that you may live and go in and possess the land which Yahuah, Elohim of your fathers give you. And they said that you may do them. Now we've heard folks in time past say that we ain't got to do this. Ain't no works religion. First of all, we ain't no religion. So they're right about that. This ain't no religion, but this is something that you got to do. Things have not changed. Y'all don't change. He's the same yesterday, today, and evermore. Therefore, the sons of Yaakov are not consumed simply because y'all the same. If y'all was different, we'd be dead a long time ago. For the mere fact, we broke the covenant promise so many times, he has all right to be rid of us. But the reality is, he true to what he say. So in spite of us, for his name's sake, he don't change. That's a good person to me. That's my point of view on that. But let me show y'all something to help y'all see something right quick. The Most High don't change. It's still today. Was it one or two? It's still today the same as it was in the Torah. This right here what they call the renewed covenant or the New Testament. Let me show y'all something. The last verse of James 2, James 2:26 says what? For as the body without the spirit is dead. Yeah, anybody ever seen a dead person's body? Yeah, there ain't no spirit in it. It's just laying there. They look like a mannequin or a doll. They look scary, actually. I don't deal with them. But so faith without works is dead also. Your faith without your works is dead. That means your faith is an active, obedient response to the word of Yah. So one thing we got to understand is that we got to do them. Do what? We got to listen and do with the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you for to do them. Why? For what? That you may live and go in and possess the land which Yahuah your mighty one of your fathers give you. I want y'all to understand something as well too, is that we still have a land we going back to. We still have a land that's ours. When the time presents itself, when Yah sees fit to bring us back to the place that he brought us from, or we've been cast out of, we still got to have in our mind before we get there the commandments of Yah to do them. And we shouldn't add to the word. That's been the problem with many, was adding to the word or taking from the word. Me and Isaiah was talking this week. The other day he was telling about Balaam at Baal Peor, and how Yah told him he don't like his ways. His ways was forward, because he was sensitive out of his mouth of how we couldn't change out what Yah said, but he was still trying to teach them how to get him to fornicate. Even Mashiach brought up in Revelations about, the teaching of the doctrine of Balaam. They're teaching how to have sex without being married. He's teaching you how to fornicate. There's somebody saying one thing, but teaching you doing something different. Taking away from Yah's word or add to Yah's word. You add things in there to get folks to see things from your point of view, and you thinking that's a good way to go, but no, that ain't how it's supposed to be. He said, "For your eyes have seen what Yahuah did because of Baal Peor, when the children of Israel began to go a whoring." Y'all remember that, don't y'all? What was that? Numbers what? Look at verse 3.
Well, that long ago. Just happened.
Yeah. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of Yah was kindled against Yasharal. And what happened? And Yah said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before Yah against the sun, that the fierce anger of Yah may be turned away from Israel. And Moses said unto the judges of Yasharal, slay you every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. See that? That came from somebody that we know the incident because he was asked to come and curse him. If Israel's so blessed, Yah's not a man that he should lie. But the whole time his ways was forward. He was perversing his ways. He was a fraud. He just talking good game, but he sure taught him how to fornicate. And so we know what happened in his end here. He got killed. So we seeing that, and we should have an understanding of disobedience when we teach folks to do wrong, when we don't do wrong, when we carry ourselves another way. We need to have an understanding. We need to remember. Anybody ever got a whooping before by their mom and dad? I know when I was young, I got a few whoopings. Look here, when I came around my big mama, I tried to be good for real. Because it seemed like her licks was a little bit rougher than my mama's licks. Big mama didn't play. She hit you one time. She had a belt. Look here, felt like wood hit the back of your leg. That's how woo. Felt like a rock. That wasn't she even with a stick. But that was the belt she, you know what I'm saying? So I made sure I got around Big Mama. I'm gonna do what's right. I'm gonna be good because I don't want that spanking. We need to have that understanding when it comes to when we want to be disobedient. Remember them times what happened to us in our disobedience. Like Moses had told him in Deuteronomy 4:3, your eyes have seen what Yahuah did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that follow Baal Peor, Yahuah have destroyed them from among you. And we're to learn, we're to learn to cleave to Yah. What is cleave? Join together, stick closer. Learn to cleave to Yah, your mighty one, and live, every one of you this day. So that's something that's something that we need to understand. And the word of Yah as well, y'all. Listen to this verse 6. I want y'all to see this. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6 says, keep therefore and do them. What does word keep mean again, somebody? Shamar.
Guard.
To guard. To protect. To attend to. Be aware. Be circumspect. Take heed. Observe. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding. So you can tell how when somebody don't have no wisdom, because they're not walking in obedience to the word of Yah. They're not doing the word of Yah. The Bible said the beginning of wisdom is the fear of Yah. And when you fear Yah and you're walking close to Yah, you begin to do Yah's word. You begin to do Yah's will. The knowledge of the set apart, the knowledge of the Kodesh, the knowledge of the holy is is understanding. Have a knowledge of it, knowing how to apply it, being aware of it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Let me give y'all a story about something. Remember Maccabees? The one with the 7 sons? After all those 7 sons was killed, and the moment was killed, the king, regardless of how wicked he was, he told his soldiers, he said, be like them. He marveled. Why? Because regardless of what he done to them, to the point of them even losing their life. They never changed up on obeying Yah. They never, because of a hard circumstance, just left Yah. They came to the point of them willing to give their own life for their Father, of how much they believe in Yah. As a matter of fact, let me read something to y'all real quick. Read something to y'all. Can y'all see the screen?
We can.
What is it? What is it, verse 18? When the mama prayed, when the mama said what she said, what was it? It's close to the last chapter. Is it 17? Oh, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to find what the mama said.
When she talked to all her sons.
What she was saying about what she did, how her husband taught them.
Right.
This is reasons overriding the passions.
It's later on after AA's use clothes. $16.
Is Maccabees 2?
7:20 talks about she saw the 7 sons slain in the space of one day.
I think I just found it.
7:20.
That's it, ain't it? 16.
That's what she said, because that's what she would have said. So afterwards, what she gonna actually say now.
And then it's 16:3, torture. 16.
Okay. I got it right here, y'all. Let me read this. Not about what they got killed, but what she said after everything was over with. If then a woman, and that of an aged one, and the mother of 7 children, endured to see her children's torments, even unto death, confessing, observing, and reasoning, is master even of the passions. I have proved then that not only men have obtained the mastery of their passions, but also that of a woman despised the greatest torments, and not so fierce what aligns round Daniel, nor the furnace of Mishael burning with the most vehement fires as that nature love of children burned within her when she beheld her 7 sons tortured. But with the reasonings of the faith, the mother quenched passions so great and powerful. For we must consider also this, that had the woman been faint-hearted as being their mother, she would have lamented over them, and perhaps might have spoken thus: "Ah, wretched, I, at many times miserable, who having borne 7 sons have become the mother of none. Oh, 7 useless childbirths, and 7 profitless periods of labor, and fruitless giving of suck, and miserable nursing at the breast. Vainly for your sakes, O sons, I have endured many pains and more difficult anxieties of rearing. At last, my children, some of you unmarried, and some who have married to no profit, I shall not see your children, nor be facilitated as a grandmother. that I, who had many fair children, should be a lone widow full of sorrows. Nor should I die, shall I have a son to bury me. But with such a lament as this, the holy of an Elohim fearing mother bewailed none of them, nor did she divert any of them from death, nor grieve for them as for the dead, but as one possessed with an adamantine mind, and as one bringing forth again her full number of sons to immortality, she rather with supplication exhorted them to death in behalf of the faith. O woman, soldier of Elohim, for the faith, you aged and a female have conquered through endurance, even a tyrant, and though we have been more powerful in deeds and words. For when you were seized along with your children, you stood looking upon Eleazar in torments, and said to your sons in the Ivric tongue, O sons, noble is the contest to which you being called as a witness for the nation. Strive zealously for the Torah of your country. For it were disgraceful that this old man should endure pains for the sake of righteousness, and that you who are younger should be afraid of your tortures. Remember that through Elohim you obtained existence and have enjoyed it. And on this second account, you ought to bear every affliction because of Elohim. For who also our father Abraham was forward to sacrifice Yishak, our progenitor, and shuddered not at the sight of his own parental hand descending down upon the sword upon him. And the righteous Daniel was cast unto the lions. And Hanayahu and Azariah and Misrael was slung out into a furnace of fire, yet they endured through Elohim. You then, having the same faith towards Elohim, be not troubled. For it is unreasonable that they who know the faith should not stand up against troubles. With these arguments, the mother of seven, exhorting each of her sons over persuaded them from transgression the commandment of Elohim. And they saw this too, that they would die for Elohim, live to Elohim, as Abraham and Yishak and Yaakov and all the patriarchs. So y'all see that? And that was extreme. So keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and sayings and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. That means, regardless of what you face, keep the word of Yah. That's your wisdom. In temptations, when it comes to someone want to get you to sin, stand wholeheartedly. This woman and her 7 children and Eleazar died in front of other nations, refusing to bow down, refusing to give in, refusing to break Torah, refusing to eat unclean food. And regardless to what they was faced with, that's willing to give their life. I wonder how many of us is willing to stand for Yah. Or when times get tough on us, we complain. We give in real quick. Want to stop. Get to having a nervous breakdown because you ain't got enough money to pay your bill real quick. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't got enough money, trying to say to you to go get this, or you can't get it, you ain't got your home yet. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't got your car yet. You ain't came out of your storm yet. Or your microphone, you crying, how long, oh Lord, how long? But your obedience, your willingness to suffer, your willingness to go through, your willingness to be able to bear fruit and have long suffering, that shows your love for Yah. You know what I'm saying? Even the word of the Most High say it pleased him to lose his own son. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there are such things as having a necessary pain that we have to endure in order to get the promise. But when we keep the word of Yah and do them, that's our wisdom. That's our understanding, because we have a greater hope. We fear Yah, who we know created all things. And ain't nothing concealed from his sight. So regardless of what we're facing, whatever temptation that we go through, Yah sees everything. And we wouldn't go through it if he didn't think we can handle it. And when time presents itself, he'll bring us out when he sees fit that we ready. So keep Yah's word and do Yah's word. That's your wisdom. That's your understanding. Not you giving in because you're mad. I might as well go ahead and do it now. Don't nobody care you anyway. You know what they say? I might as well go on fornicate. I might as well go ahead and steal it. Might as well go ahead and slap. Might as well go ahead and give up. Don't nobody care you anyway. No, you gotta learn how to have understanding and be able to walk and do Yah's word regardless of how you feel about it. You gotta remember, life ain't based on how you feel. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Yeah, and sometimes I don't. Yeah, and Joy has nuts, mine don't. Life is not based on your preference, whether you want a cheeseburger or a hamburger. Life is based on you deny your own self-interest, leading not to your own understanding, but yet letting Yah's word appeal to your good inclination, and you doing it, setting aside your own will. That's, because obeying and keeping Yah's word, that's your wisdom. Praise Yah. I was sitting here, man, thinking about this right here again, as I was going through this past week. Man, listen here. I want y'all to listen to this. Listen to this now. This is amazing. When it says, for what nation is there so great who have Elohim so nigh unto them? As Yah Almighty One is in all the things that we call upon him for. What nation is so great? He chose you. I don't care what it looked like now. No, because see, guess what? They was in Egypt as slaves, and he called them out. Fall for him right there. Look here. It's like he said, "Get behind him. I got you." And stood in front of him. Wolf Pharaoh then with them plagues. Turn that river to blood. Make that lightning strike. Brought them locusts and flies on out there. He fought for them. He heard their side. He's a car. He recognized them and sent Moses. And what nation is there so great to have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this Torah, which I set before you this day? No other nation, y'all, like us, is so great. You can't look at it from a natural point of view. You got to look at it by faith. Look at this. Only take heed to yourself. Take heed to who? Joe Blow Johnson then. Esau, we just call it the Gentiles. No, only take heed to yourself and keep your soul diligently, lest you forget the things which you have seen, which your eyes have seen, unless they depart from your heart all the days of your life. Take heed to yourself, lest you forget. And then look here, and while you got it, while you remember, and while you have understanding, teach them to thy sons and thy son's son. Especially the day that thou stoodest before Yah, your mighty one of Horeb, when Yahuah said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. One thing that's amazing is that the kings forgot this. Our forefathers forgot this. And because they forgot this, we went into captivity. Even when Joshua and the elders died and judges, the children of Israel went astray. And because they kept forgetting Yah's word, they kept being oppressed by the adversary. They started being robbed. They started going to under oppression, started being harassed by the Midianites and other nations, all because of their disobedience, because they didn't take heed to themselves. They started doing that which was right in their own eyesight. And the only way you can do that which is right in your own eyesight is out of rebellion or out of just straight ignorance. Doing what you think is right, doing what you think you should do, going the way you think you should go. And when you walk down your own path, you already know what your way gonna end up like. It's gonna end up in destruction because you're doing your own thing. But you need to take heed to the word of Yah and teach the word to your children. And remember what Yah has said to them. And listen, and it's all done by what, somebody? Faith. It's not done by you have to have something before your face to remember. It's not done. It's not done by you having to have a cross symbol around your neck or a 6-point star, which both of them is graven images. A Jewish star. Show me in the Bible that you can't find it. And because Mashiach hung on the stake don't mean you put a star right across on your neck. Or the dove symbol to represent your religion. All those things are sin. All those things are idolatry. It's not based on what you can see with your own eyes. When Yah presented himself to them and spoke to them, they didn't see nothing. So why are we trying to make up things? It's called lack of faith. And when Yah spoke unto you out of the midst of the fire, you heard the voice of the words, the bar, the commandment. You heard the voice of the words, but saw no figure, no similitude. You saw you didn't see nothing. No shape, none fashion, no phantom, no manifestation, no image, no likeness. Only you did what? Heard a voice. And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform. You know how you perform a covenant, be faithful to it. Husband and wife get married, don't cheat on me. You know what I'm saying? Be there for me through better than for worse. You know, don't stab me in the back. In my lowest moments, be there for me. In my high moment, be there for me, be with my support. Let's work together as a team. Let's do this. Show your faithfulness toward me. I'm gonna show mine toward you. It's easy to walk in the covenant and do what's right by someone. Because you learn in the covenant, it's beyond your feelings. How you think these people have been married 50 years, 25, 30 years? It's beyond their feelings. Yeah, you can get mad, get upset, get angry about the certain things they do, but you don't violate it. You don't break it. You don't step outside of it. And you don't bring in Joe Blow or Betty Sue. Above arm. You don't step outside and do the wrong thing. You stand firm and do what's right and be faithful, period. No. And Yahuah spake unto you out of the midst of the fire, and you heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude, and only heard a voice. And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform. And even the 10 words, y'all, the 10 commandments are just simply 10 words, the bar. He's spoken to you. The word he said was, I'm Yahuah, your mighty one. I'm Yahuah, your Aluah. I'm Yahuah, your power. That brought you out of the land of Egypt. Introduce yourself to him. And said, you should have no other power, no other mighty one before me. These things ain't hard. And Yah himself wrote them upon 2 tables of stone. And Yah commanded Moses, me, to teach at that time, use statutes and judgments that you may do them in the land whether you go to possess it. And y'all, let me tell you something. I want to explain this to y'all so you understand this very clear. This still applies today. We got to still do this to get back there. And the reason that we're not there is because we didn't do this. You know what I'm saying? You wonder why your life is like it is at times, or you wonder why things become difficult, or you wonder why I feel like you're alone because you walk in disobedience. I'm not saying the trial of your faith. I'm saying when you're never getting a break. You know when you live in it. Come on, let's quit playing. We know when we do wrong. Even as a kid, we better have an understanding of how detrimental a lie is, but we know when we're lying. You know, even as a child, you might understand that stealing that cookie might not get you put in prison, but it will get you a whooping. You know what I'm saying? It will get you a nap. You don't want to take no nap. And if you don't fix it when you get older and rob that bank, you will be in prison. Now you don't understand how wrong it is or the detriment of it, but you do know it's not right, because if you know it was wrong, even children naturally try to sneak. When they want to get caught chewing with the mouth slow, crumbs around their lips. Iniquity pinned up in the heart of a child. So we know that it's wrong. We gotta learn. And he said, take good heed, therefore, unto yourself, that you saw no manner of similitude on the day that Yah spoke unto you in Horeb amidst of the fire. It's with faith walk. Do what you hear Yah's word say, do. Unless you corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image to try to follow. That's why when you look in the book in Joshua, I'll show y'all something. They're finna go over there and kill them. Show y'all something. The children of Israel go to the promised land. They fight and they win, and now all of a sudden, they come back, and look what happens. They finna go over there because they thought these folks have violated the Torah of Yah. Joshua 22 verse 10. And when they came unto the borders of Jordan that are in the land of Canaan, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh built there an altar by Jordan, a great altar to see to. And the children of Israel heard say, behold, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and half the tribe of Manasseh have built an altar over against the land of Canaan in the borders of Jordan at the passages of the children of Israel. And when the children of Israel heard of it, the whole congregation of the children of Israel gathered themselves together at Shiloh to go up to war against them. Y'all see that? And the children of Israel said unto the children of Reuben and to the children of Gad and to the half tribe of Manasseh and to the land of Gilead, Phinehas and the son of Eleazar the priest, and with him 10 princes of each chief house, a prince throughout all the tribes of Israel. And each one was the head of the house of their fathers among the thousands of Israel. And they came to the children of Reuben and to the children of Gad and to the half tribe of Manasseh unto the land of Gilead, and they spake with them, saying, thus says the whole congregation of Yah. What trespass is this that you have committed against Yah, against Elohim of Israel, to turn away this day from following Yahuah, in that you builded an altar, that you might rebel this day against Yah? Is the iniquity of Peor too little for us, from which we are not cleansed until this day, although there was a plague in the congregation of Yahuah? But that you must turn away this day from following Yah, and it be seen you rebel today against Yah, and tomorrow he will be wroth with the whole congregation of Israel. Notwithstanding, if the land of your possession be unclean, then you pass over into the land of the possession of Yahuah, wherein Yahuah's tabernacle dwelleth, and take possession among us. But rebel not against Yah, nor rebel against us, in building you an altar besides Yahuwah, the altar of Yahuah, our mighty one. Did not Achan, the son of Zerah, commit a trespass in the accursed thing, and wrath fell on all the congregation of Israel, and that man perished not alone in his iniquity. His whole family died with him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then the children of Reuben, they got to crying. No, that ain't what's happening. Then the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh answered and said unto the heads of the thousands of Israel, Yahuwah God of gods, Yahuwah God of gods, he knoweth, and Israel he shall know. If it be rebellion or in transgression against Yahuwah, save us not this day, that we have built an altar to turn from following Yahuwah, or if to offer their own burnt offering or meat offering, or if to offer peace offering their own, that Yahuwah himself required. And if not, and if we have not rather done it to fear of, and if we have not rather done it for fear of this thing, saying, in time to come, your children might speak unto our children, saying, what have you to do with Yahuwah, the Elohim of Israel? For Yahuwah have made Jordan a border between us and you children of Reuben and children of Gad. You have no part in Yahuwah, so shall your children make our children cease to fear Yahuwah. Therefore we say, let us now prepare to build us an altar, not for burnt offerings, nor for sacrifice, but that it may be a witness between us and you and our generations after us, that we might do the service of Yahuwah before him with our burnt offerings and with our sacrifices and with our peace offerings, that your children may not say to our children, in time to come, you have no part of Israel. So what they do? They went and built an altar as a witness. Is that something they're supposed to do? Even though they didn't fight them. No. Now they agreed, don't mean that y'all agreed.
I play so when you have a good king.
Right. We're not to make no witnesses anywhere. They did it to their own understanding. Even if they say the same thing that we say in today's time. Well, they should represent what I believe in. Wait a minute. Why you gotta have they finna go to war with them? They finna go to war because they thought they finna go up there and make burnt offerings. But y'all said don't even have nothing to represent me. Right here. Well, we ain't worshiping the cross. We ain't worshiping the image. We ain't worshiping that image. We just believe, and Yah. What's the difference? Let me ask y'all a question, because we see here we want to judge Christianity with the cross and the dove, and we want to judge them with the fish symbol. We want to judge the Jewish people to have the 6-point star. But what's the difference with you having a menorah? To represent you being Israel. They don't know. What shows who you are is your obedience to Yah's Torah, not you having an image represent who you are. If you want folks to know that you follow Yah, you do it through your obedience, not with showing a menorah. Not with showing no 6-point star, not with showing nothing. It's your obedience, like he just said. That's your wisdom. Take you therefore good heed unto yourself, for you saw no manner of similitude on the day that Yahuwah spake unto you and Horeb out of the midst of the fire. lest you corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of a male or a female, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, or the likeness of any winged fowl, or the likeness of that fly in the air, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. And unless thou lift up thine eyes into the heaven, and when you see the sun and the moon, the sun gods, and the moon gods, the stars, even all the hosts of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which Yahuah Elohim has divided unto all the nations under the heaven. You see that? Even when Paul was on Mars Hill, and Paul was on Mars Hills, and he saw the Epicureans and the Stoics, he began to talk to them. That's what our nations did. He had to let them know, no, you got it wrong. Look here. Now, Acts 17. Now, while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred in him, when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry. Therefore disputed he in the synagogue with the Yahudim and with the devout persons, and in the market daily with them, and with them that met with him. Then certain philosophers of the Epicureans and of the Stoics encountered him. And some said, what will this babbler say? And others some, he seemed to be a setter forth of strange gods, because he preached unto them Yahusha and the resurrection. And they took him and brought him unto Areopagus, saying, may we know what this new doctrine whereof thou speakest is. This new to you speaking. For thou bringest certain strange things to our ears. We would know, therefore, what these things mean. For all the Athenians and the strangers which were there spent their time in nothing else, but either to tell or to hear some new thing. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, you men of Athens, guess what? Like many of us, I perceive that in all things you are too superstitious. That's no different than him saying y'all too religious. Like many of us today, so religious, even when it comes to the truth, we so religious. That's why some of us as Hebrews, still do Thanksgiving. Because you're religious. Or Christmas, because you're religious. Or you have these certain things you do, even in your truth, having these pastor anniversaries, because you're religious. You're doing things no different than they do in the church. You just on a Saturday now. Or you debate about, I didn't get on there. Anyway, that you are too religious. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription, to the unknown Elohim, whom therefore you eagerly worship him. Whom therefore you eagerly worship. Him declare I unto you. Elohim that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is yet the master of the heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Neither is worship with men's hands, as though he need anything, seeing he giveth to all life and breath and all things, and have made of one blood all nations of men, for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation, that they should seek Yahuah, if haply they may fear after him and find him, though he be not far from every one of us. For in him we what? Live and move and have our being. As certain also of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. For as much then as we are the offspring of Elohim, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold, or silver, or stone, graven by art and man's device. And the times of this ignorance Elohim winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to turn from that, to repent, because he have a day into which he would judge the world in righteousness by that man whom he had ordained, wherefore he have given assurance unto all men, in that he have raised him from the dead. They were doing it in the New Testament too. Super religious, having images to represent Yah. And they had something, and they had a sign to the unknown God, because they didn't even know his name. So we shouldn't y'all think about this. Your way to show that you love Yah and your way to show that you live for Yah is not based on you having images. It's not based on what you see with your own eyes. It's based on you hearing the word of Yah, taking heed to it, and walking in it by faith. If I got any questions or comments so far? Praise Yah. So verse chapter 5 says, and Moses called all Israel, and Moses called all Israel and said unto them, hear, O Israel, the statutes and the judgments which I speak in your ears this day, that you may learn them and keep and do them. So why did Moses speak this into our ear in terms of Shema? That we may learn. Things that you learn, you apply with your life. It's just like a child going to school. Whether you homeschool or whether they go to a public school or whatever, they learn how to do math. They learn how to read. Why? To carry through them in life. So when they drive down the road and they read that sign that says do not enter, because they learn do not enter, they won't go down the wrong way and get hit head on, all because they didn't read. They just saw the white sign with the red and, ooh, what they say? Boom! But when you can learn, you can do. When you learn, you can, when you learn, you can apply. When you learn it, you can apply. And Moses called all Israel and said unto them, hear, O Israel, Shema, O Israel, hear the what? The statutes, the judgments, which I speak in your ears this day, that you may learn them and defend them and guard them and be circumspect and attend to, beware of, to Shema, to observe it. We learn this to keep it, to do it. We got to do them. Yahuah made a covenant with us in Horeb. And he didn't just come with our fathers, but with us, even us who are all of us here alive today. They still stand today too. Now you alive, ain't you? So you say you Israel, and this covenant applies to you. You talk about our fathers face to face. He talked with them. He didn't get. He spoke. They heard his voice. And Moses stood in between. Now people in there, we went over something last week. After Moses, let me do. I'm gonna speak. I'm just gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna go to 2 Corinthians. Look at here, verse 5. Let me show y'all something that maybe you missed. Fear comes from who? The adversary. anytime you begin to see fear, it's adversary. Whenever you see Yah appear before Israel, or he see anybody before his people, he tells them to fear not. Because Yah means no harm to you, not to his children, unless you encourage wrath through disobedience. But let me show you this. I stood between Yahuah and you at that time to show you the word of Yahuah. For you were afraid by reason of the fire and went not up into the mount. Y'all take heed to that verse 5. I'll show you something in a minute. Saying, I am Yahuah. I'm Yahuah, your mighty one. Yahuah Elohecha. Not Yahuah, their mighty one. He telling them, I'm Yahuah. I'm y'all's mighty one. I'm y'all's power. I am Yahuah, your mighty one, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. I'm your mighty one that freed you from bondage, made life better. Now listen, he brought them out of a hard situation, gave them freedom, brought them close to him to give them his word, and they was afraid of him. They had no reason to be. But I'm going to show you something in a second. Thou shalt have none other Elohim before me. Thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness, anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Malachi, read this for me. Verse 9.
Oh, apologies. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them, for I, Yahuwah, am a jealous El, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
Slow down a little bit.
Okay. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahuwah, your Elohim, in vain, for Yahuwah will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Keep the Shabbat day to sanctify it, as Yahuwah your Elohim commanded thee. 6 days thou shalt labor, and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Shabbat of Yahuwah Eloheka. In it you shall not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thine ox, nor thine ass, nor any of thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within your gates, that thy manservant and thy maidservant may rest as well as thou. And remember that thou wast a servant in the land of Egypt, and that Yahuwah your Elohim brought thee out thence through a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. Therefore Yahuwah your Elohim commanded thee to keep the Shabbat day. Honor thy father and thy mother, as Yahuwah your Elohim hath commanded thee, that thy days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with thee, the land which Yahuwah your Elohim giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill or murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Neither shalt thou steal. Neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor. Neither shalt thou desire thy neighbor's wife. Neither shalt thou covet thy neighbor's house, his field, or his manservant, or his maidservant, his ox, or his ass, or anything that is thy neighbor's. These words Yahuwah spake unto all your assembly in the mount out of the midst of the fire, of the cloud, and of the thick darkness, with a great voice, and he added no more. And he wrote them in 2 tables of stone, and delivered them unto me. And it came to pass, when you heard the voice out of the midst of the darkness, for the mountain did burn with fire, that you came near unto me, even all the heads of your tribes and your elders. And you said, Behold, Yahuwah our Elohim has showed us his esteem and his greatness. And we have heard his voice out of the midst of the fire. We have seen this day that Yahuwah doth talk with man, and he liveth. Now therefore, why should we die? For this great fire will consume us. If we hear the voice of Yahuwah our Elohim any more, then we shall die. For who
Okay.
is there of all flesh?
Okay. Now listen. Thank you, Malachi. Now listen. Now we see what happens. Now we seeing what's going on, right? We're seeing when Yah brings them out, and then on Shavuot, the first Shavuot is what's going on. He gives them his word. Exodus 20. He tells them number good things. I'm Yahuah, your mighty one. I'm the one that brought you out. Don't have no other mighty ones before me. Under the Shabbat, keep it set apart. Don't kill, don't murder, don't steal, don't bear false witness, don't cover against your neighbor, honor your father and your mom. He gives them commands. And they said, and you said, behold, Yahuah, our mighty one has shown us his glory and his greatness, and we have heard his voice out of the midst of fire. We have seen this day that Elohim do talk with man and he lived. Now look at verse 25. Now therefore, why should we die? What? For this great fire will consume us if we hear the voice of Yahuah, our mighty one, anymore, then we shall die. Whose words was that? They were their words. Now I want y'all to understand, I want y'all to see something. This is a heart, this is a dark heart. This is a wicked heart. These are not righteous hearts. They run from the glory of Elohim. They're afraid of it. Then they tell Moses, go down near and hear. I'll show you in a second. Go down near and hear all that Yahuah our Elohim shall say, and speak thou unto us all that Yahuah shall speak unto thee, and we will hear it and do it. That's what they say. They didn't please Yah, and Yah heard the voice of your words when you spake unto me, and Yah said to me, I have heard the voice of the words of this people, which they have spoken unto thee. They have well said all that they have spoken. He ain't saying, well, you know, I agree to that. I heard them clear. They well said it. I heard it very well. But what was Yah's response to that? There was such an heart in them that they would fear me and keep all my commandments always, that it might be well with them and with their children forever. Oh, they'll hear me. But like many of us don't want to hear Yah. Want somebody else to tell us. Even like Paul said in the last days, they won't even be able to endure sound doctrine. But they want to get to themselves teaching because their ears going to be itchy. Face. He tells them, go. He tells them to go say to them, get you into your tents. Let me show y'all something. Now, when Moses is up on the mountain, the children of Israel, they built a golden calf. Moses come back down. The Levites had to separate. They killed quite a few of them because of their disobedience. Moses had to go right back up that mountain and get and hewn out 2 tablets again so that Yah could write down them 10 words again. And then after Yah does that, then Moses comes back down. Let's read this. And it came to pass when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of the testimony in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses wist not that the skin of his face was shown while he talked with them. And when Aaron and all the children, even the high priest, and when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, they were afraid to come nigh him. Y'all don't give you the spirit of fear. What you scared of? That's how the adversary do our mind, though. When the word of Yah come forward, or the esteem of Yah, we get afraid and want to draw back. Why? Because our heart be dark. They were scared to come near. So let me show y'all something. And then Moses had to put the veil over their face so they wouldn't walk in fear when he got done talking. Like many of us get afraid when the truth come out. So we draw back, we run from it. We become reluctant because we don't want to hear something that brings conviction to our heart, that makes us want to straighten up. They want to bring accountability to our actions. So we then all of a sudden, we get to want to, you know what I'm saying, getting scared and blaming them. We the ones that's wrong. So let me show you something. Verse 12, 2 Corinthians 3 and 12 says this, seeing then that we have such hope, we use great plainness of speech, and not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of Israel could not steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished. And he's not talking about the Torah being abolished neither. We don't get to that. But what was going on? But their minds were blinded. For until this day remained the same veil, untaken away in the reading of the Torah, or what they call the Old Testament, or the Tanakh, which veil is done away in Mashiach. What veil? That veil from over his face for you to be able to see the esteem of Yah. You shouldn't have to have no veil. You should be able to see the glory of Yah, because Mashiach is the glory of Yah. But when you don't want to see the glory of Yah, you even have to face from Mashiach, which the veil should be done away in him. And you should be able to see it and face it now. But most folks us can't do it. But even until this day, when the Torah is read, the veil is upon our heart, upon their heart. I see you, Malachi. Nevertheless, when it shall turn to Yahuah, the veil shall be taken away. Turn to who? Yah. Now that Yahuah is that spirit, and where the spirit of Yahuah is, there is liberty. But we all, with open face, beholding as in the glass, the glory of Yahuah, are changed into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the spirit of Yah. If they would have been able to face Moses and look at him while he spoke, they could have been transformed themselves as well. But their hearts was blind, so they didn't want to encounter the glory of Yah. Probably because it provoked change. And when that change got ready to take place, they saw it as fear, instead of them being able to embrace it and become different. And fear can show up in so many ways. I remember. Do you remember? I remember one time I had a cousin back in the day named Brian Matthews, my cousin. He passed away at 25 years old with a heart attack in prison. And I remember, man, back in the day with me and my wife, when I was, in my 20s, I used to go to try to minister to my family and get them saved. So I be in my mama house, my big mama house out there in the front yard talking to him about the Mashiach. And Brian had sickle cell, and Brian came one day, and me and Brian used to hang real close. And then, so I started walking in righteousness, and Brian wanted to, do other things in his life. And so I tell Brian, I said, Brian, the Most High can heal you, heal your body, change your whole life. All you gotta do is surrender yourself right now to him. I said, if you don't surrender yourself right now to him, you go into prison. He came over to me, got ready to try to hug me and push back off of him and said, man, look here. I guess like he popped his collar. You know what I'm saying? He got in his car and pulled off in front of everybody. Trying to shine on me. But Brian went to prison. And when he got in prison, then he called me. It was a collect call one day. He said, "Keep all you was right. Man, I'm saved now. I'm changing my life now." That's good, Brian. I love you. When you get out, I'm gonna teach him, help you. Man, going to work, man, look a little while later, man, my mama called me and told me Brian was dead. He had a heart attack. In prison, he had sickle cell. He died. Now, but he was afraid to come to the Mashiach while he was out. Like many of us will die in that situations, and we'll die in penitentiary, we'll die in captivity, we'll die behind them bars, we'll die in confinement, all because we'd be afraid to come embrace the truth, because we get to get embarrassed in front of folks. When embarrassment is a choice, we get to feel in the shame, we get to let fear get the best of us, care about how folks feel about you, how they think about you. So you won't even go to the next place in Yah because your fear that'll cause you from being able to see Yah. So when a word is presented to you, you just quit hiding your face. Go ahead, Malachi.
Yes, sir. When reading that, also that reminds me of the prophets. right? We were afraid from the beginning. We didn't want to see in Corinthians, we're reading that we were like that until this very day, right? And so that day that Paul, or that was being written all the way up until now. And I could not help but think about the prophets, because we treat the prophets the same way. It's not just Yahusha, but every prophet afterwards. There's always a problem. There's always some sort of fear, or we don't want to be around you. And it got worse, right? With Samuel, they were just afraid of him. But as more prophets came, the more consequences happened, the more afraid we were of them. So it's just interesting to see that not only with Moshe and Yahusha, but all throughout the scripture. We've had the same veil. We've had the same issues, the same problems, the same fear, the same frustration with people who come to us about Yah.
Right. Which is horrible. Because we'd be afraid to embrace it. Verse 31 says, but as for thee, Moses, y'all told them to go back. It wasn't y'all's will for Moses for them to do that. They was out of their own volition. They was out of their own mindset. They was out of their own essence. Hey, you go ahead and you hear it and you come tell us. Y'all said, I heard them. But that there was such a heart in them that they would fear me, not be afraid what they seen, because they didn't fear Yah. They feared the fire. They were scared of the circumstance. They was afraid of the situations. They was afraid, that's a fire. We're going to get burned. Now, that fire ain't dropped down and ain't got no dip on none of them yet. But y'all was afraid because of the fire. This great fire going to consume. We're going to get burned up. Y'all scared of the fire. You're fear in the wrong place. And y'all said, oh, no. Goodness gracious. If it was such a heart in them that they would fear me, not the fire. And that's how many of us are. We're afraid of what we see. We are afraid of our circumstance. We are afraid of the situations, but we don't fear Yah, who has control over everything. So we'll draw back when it comes to Yah's word, instead of us taking heed to ourselves, instead of us paying attention to what Yah is saying. But Yah says, that there was such a heart in them that they would fear me and do what? Shamar. Keep. Defend, keep my commandments, guard them, always, that it might be well with them. But see what fear does, you all, it pushes us back from keeping the commands of Yah. It makes us draw back. We'll turn our back. We'll run away from it because we don't like what we're dealing with. We don't like what we're going through. I don't like that. You going through a trial. You going through something that you don't like. But instead of you trying to learn from it and grow from it, you complain all the way in it. Like many of us continue to have problems financially, but we don't never give. And you been told all the time, give. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you right. But you ain't changed yet. You still on what you looking at. You still on what you ain't got. But the principle is to give. The widow with the two mice, she gave more than them all. She was poor. Give out of the command of Yah. Give out of obedience. You don't give out of your circumstances. And then you don't give with the standpoint, I'm going to give this and get this back. Now you give simply by being obedient. It's your obedience that calls Yah to respond to you. Not the amount, but what he says to do. We when it comes to whatever we got going on, not just giving, but whatever it is that Yah has for us to do, we will look at what I can't do it. I'm scared right there. I got to go. You ain't got enough patience. And you wonder why you in the same situation, because you don't know how to wait upon Yah for him to renew your strength. So you can mount up on wings as an eagle. You begin to get impatient. Because we fear what we're dealing with. It ain't happening fast enough. It ain't coming in time that we think it should come in. It ain't doing like we think it should do. So now all of a sudden we go, oh man, I'm gonna lose everything. Yeah, it's over. And then here it is, you draw back. Until you come to Yah to hear Yah for yourself, you want somebody else to tell you what he said. Oh, you do it for us. Yeah, we can't do it. It's rough out here. I can't take it. You go near and hear what he's saying, you come tell me. That don't please Yah. You can't feel the circumstance. Yah ain't come to you to bring you no harm. He ain't come to you to cause no trouble for you. But the Most High coming to you walking no business, you fear not. But Yah tell Moses, go say and get into your tents again, then go home and take your ball and go to the house. But as for you, Moses, thee stand thou here by me, and I will speak unto you all the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which thou shalt teach them, that they may do them in the land which I give them possess. So by Moses staying there with Yah, he received a glory. He taking in the glory of Yah, and his heart wasn't dark, so he began to shine, began to look like his father. Whereas they had, but when it came to them, he had to put a veil over his face. And by him putting a veil over his face, they couldn't understand what he was doing. So he had to call the elders to him. Boy, look here, we need to straighten up. And you shall observe to do, therefore, as Yahuah, your mighty one, have commanded you, you shall not turn aside to the right hand or to the left. You shall walk in all the ways which Yahuah, your mighty one, have commanded you, that you may live, and that it may be well with you, and that you may prolong your days in the land which you shall possess. Hallelujah. Everybody got any comments? Praise Yah. I'm here if y'all want to say something, I'm right here. Okay, so chapter 6. Now these are the commandments which Yahuah, and this is still a review, y'all. This is a long review today. Now these are the commandments which Yahuah. These are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which Yahuah commanded to teach you. What commandment? We just got finished reading the 10 words. Those are commandments that Yah gave that we're to learn and do them. Knowing who Yah is, knowing how he delivered us, knowing how to keep the Shabbat, knowing how to love each other, knowing how to honor our father and our mother, knowing how not to be covetous towards one another, knowing how to have an understanding toward other people. The foundation and the principle of loving Yah with all our heart, loving our neighbor as ourselves, getting past our own self-interest, denying our own self-interest, putting our feelings to the side and doing what's right, not walking in fear, walking in obedience, doing that. These are the commandments which Yahuah, your mighty one, commanded to teach you. The commandments, the judgments, that you might do them in the land where you go to possess it, that thou mightest fear Yahuah, your mighty one, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command you, thee, thou, and thy son, and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Shema, therefore, O Israel, hear it, be obedient to it, do it. Hear, therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it. And we try to make it grievous. Observe to do it. I think observe to do it. Mm-hmm. Hear, therefore, Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that you may increase mightily. It'll be well with you, and you will increase mightily, as Yahuah, Elohim of your fathers have promised thee. In the land that flow of milk and honey. He'll bless you over here too in the land of captivity. You walk in obedience. He said in his word, the same book. We'll get to it eventually. Hear, O Israel, Yahuah our mighty one. Hear, O Israel, Yahuah our power is one Yahuah. And thou shalt love Yahuah, your mighty one, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in your heart. What is your heart? Your mind, your intellect, your emotions, how you think, how you feel, with your understanding. Bethink themselves. You put Yah's word in your mind, you think about it. And these words which I command you today shall be in thine heart, in your thought process. You think about living for Yah. You think about Shabbat. You think about the feast day. You think about loving your neighbor. When things happen to you in life, you think about Yah's word. Think about it. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. Teach them what? Diligently. Not in Sunday school. Once a week. Not in Shabbat school. But every day, you prick them, you put it on them, you give it to them. Intensively, to pierce. Shanan, you let them understand, teach them diligently unto your children. And you talk about it when you sit in your house. And when you walk by the way. And when you lay down and when you rise up, let Yah's word be on your mind. And look here, you know what gets most of us done that we don't understand. And when you teach them diligently unto your children, and you talk about them everywhere you go, and bind them, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon your hand. Not how the Jewish folk had a thing. That ain't what he's saying. The word. You bind them. You put the word on you. You carry the word. This word bind in love. You join together. You knit together the word. The word becomes what you do in your actions. And they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. It's always before you. Don't walk around with something hanging off your face. I gotta have that word in front between my eyes. No, you put the word of Yah in everything that you do. Let it be all around you. You engulf yourself. As older folks say, you gotta be tied up, tangled up, and twisted up. In this love. Well, people used to say, she got her hand in the hand of the man with the winding chain. Make the word of Yah a part of your life. And you can't sit here and tell me it's hard to do. Because guess what? Just like many people like Johnny Taylor. Johnny Taylor said, I found a love. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why? The way the woman walks set my soul on fire. Why? Because when you find a love, you think about them all the time. When you done found your old man, you want to marry, or woman, you want to marry, you love that woman, you love the man, they all on your mind. You can't wait till you get out of work and give her a phone call. Today's time, we got Bluetooth. We talk with the phone, the Bluetooth in our ear, at work, walking around outside. We on the phone all day. I can't wait to call Betty Sue and see what she's doing. I can't wait to call Tyrone or Jim. Because you think about them all the time. Why can't you fall in love with Yah like that? And have Yah all upon you, all in your heart, all around you, everywhere that you go. It ain't hard for us. We just don't want to do it because we try to make it hard. We transgressors, Sometimes our ways be hard through our disobedience. And thou shalt write it upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. And it shall be when Yahuah, your mighty one, shall have brought you into the land which you swore unto your fathers, to Abraham and Yishak and Yaakov, to give thee great and goodly cities which thou buildest not. When Yah bring you to your wealthy place, when he bring you to a place that he provided for you, and the houses be full of good things, which you didn't feel. And you got wells that you didn't dig, and vineyards and olive trees which you didn't plant. And when you shall have eaten, be full. You keep that and remember Yah's word, because when he brings you to the place and you get on good, you won't get fat and kick. But you will be aware of the word of Yah, of who got this for you. That you didn't do this for yourself. It ain't you that did this for yourself. It's you loving him. It's you being obedient to him. It's you walking in his ways, and it's him providing for you. This word is to hold you tight so you will not forget where you came from. What he brought you out of. You know what problem many of us be though? We glorify where we came from. Like our forefathers. Man, I remember we was over there, man. Man, we had the cucumber. Man, look how many we had the cucumbers in the leaves, man. I'm tired of eating this bread over here, man. I loaded like we had tomatoes and potatoes, greens and beans. I remember, man, we had it going on, man. I loaded like bread. Yeah, many of us. Man, I mean, when I was in the world, man, I do my thing. We glorify the world sometimes because we go through trials as being a believer. Like they did. And make y'all slap you upside your head, slap you in the mouth, make you like your name oops. Because many of us glorify. But when you realize that the place that you was in was a bad spot, when you was in captivity, when you was in the place that you didn't like, when you was in an uncomfortable spot and things were not good for you and you was bound and it was rough for you, then you'll be able to remember where Yah brought you from. And you won't forget. You can be aware. Lest you forget Yahuah, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. You should fear Yah and serve him. And swear by his name. Don't go after other gods of the people which are round about you. Man, our folks so sleep right now today. Even today's time, where did the religion you get come from? Where did Christianity come from? Why come you don't know nothing past 16, 19? Where did Islam come from? When did Islam come on the scene? 589 AD? Or we want to deal with the Egyptians, the Kemet. But you're not an Egyptian. Egyptians did not go into captivity in the transatlantic slave trade or the sub-Saharan slave trade. They did not go into captivity. The slaves came out of West Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, and all them areas over there in the West Africa. But we quit to go around other nations to be like them instead of us really trying to find our own identity. We be singing. Show me in the Bible where Christmas was Yahusha's birthday. Okay. Show me in the Bible where Mashiach was born on the feast day. You can't. But we follow what everybody else saying. We go after other gods instead of us really trying to follow Yah. We'll run out there quick too because it looked like it's good. It's just like the prosperity gospel with the Clefo Dollar and teachers came up in the early 2000s. Everybody sowing a seed, getting money, think you're going to get rich. I want somebody got rich was them. And that y'all scared to give now, because many of y'all do not give. Y'all scared to give now because you got burnt by the church. So you mean tell me you follow other gods make you still remain disobedient? It's horribly sad. Because we're taking our time to follow after other gods, as the nations did, instead of us trying to find the one and true mighty one. I can tell you the truth as one who has really been through the Bible, especially the Torah. The stuff you see in these assemblies ain't none of that stuff in the Bible. I promise you. That's why we're reading it word for word, chapter for chapter, one at a time to prove it to you. So we'll quit following these other nations, trying to be like these other people, and learn how to fear Yah. We shall not go after other gods, of the gods of the people which are round about you. For Yahuah, your mighty one, is a jealous El among you. Lest the anger of Yahuah be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. And then we seen this right here, y'all, last week. You shall not tempt Yahuah, your mighty one, as you tempted him in Massah. How did they tempt him? Was they finna fall down in fornication? Was they finna fall down from? No, they doubted. They got ready to whoop Moses and to kill Moses because they needed water. Man, I was sitting there last week thinking, and even this week, the Most High was telling me that I know he put this on to help me understand this. Y'all know if we got we have these scientists and we have these people who tell us, the body can go 72 hours without water. The body can go 72 hours without water. The body can go 2 weeks without food. That's what we be saying, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So do y'all think that y'all don't know how long you can go without water when he created the body? Y'all ain't gonna let you die of thirst. If he tell you he gonna bless you, if he tell you he gonna move for you, do you think he gonna let you die of thirst? Do you understand y'all gonna let you starve to death? Even though you have a difficult time, even though you have a difficult time, do you think y'all gonna ask it to happen to you? It's just that we don't like how long we gotta deal with it. But he knows how much you can take. He knows how much you can bear. He knows how far you can go. You don't know. That's why you have to trust in him and don't tempt him as they did in Massah. We read that in a second, but look at this. Do not tempt Yah. You shall not tempt Yahuah your power as you tempted him in Massah. You shall diligently keep the commandments of Yah, your mighty one, and his testimonies, what he has done, how he's brought us out, how he has delivered, and his statutes. You overcome with the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony, which he hath commanded thee, and thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of Yah, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go and possess a good land which Yahuah swore to your fathers. Now let's look at Massah. They come to get ready to get Moses, y'all. They left to finna kill him too. And all the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of sin after their journeys according to the commandment of Yah, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for people to drink. Y'all think Yah didn't know that? You don't kill in the battle. Wherefore people did chide, got to fighting, got to grappling, talking Moses bad and do something bad to him. Give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, why chide you with me? Wherefore do you tempt Yah? And the people thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses and said, wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us? And our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moses cried unto Yah, saying, what shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. And Yah said unto Moses, go on before the people and take with thee of the elders of Israel and thy rod wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thy hand and go. Behold, I will stand before you. So Yah showed Moses how to walk by the Ruach, how to walk by faith in front of people. But these folks tempted him. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. And he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted Yah. What was the temptation? Saying, is Yah among us or not? Like many of us, because we start going through something for a long time and we don't like it. Is he with us? Do you hear me? Man, do y'all care about me? That's tempting Yah. Dumb Johnsons? What's wrong with you? That'll get you in trouble. That'll cause problems in your life. You crying because you want something to drink, and you think he don't see you. You think Yah there cruel and harsh, he gonna let you die? Maybe it's a prove to you. Maybe it's to show you. Man, I want to come out of what I'm going through right now too. I don't want to be in this long, but I'm willing to say, because Yah, you know what? Lead me, help me. Help me to be patient and bear fruit. I don't like it, help me get past how I feel. I trust you anyway. Thank you for your mercy toward me and your compassion. I don't like how this feel. It's hot. It's cold. This is heavy. What did I do? But now, Yah, I trust you and I love you. And I know that ain't nothing here from your side. You see what's going on. And I know, Almighty, that we got to go through this. And like Mashiach said, you know, he's divine. We don't break you the husband, you cutting us back. We got to be able to bear fruit. And this is the way you showing us how to bear fruit. You showing us how to be long-suffering. You showing us how to be patient. You showing us how to have joy. You showing us how to have faith. You showing us how to live for you. You don't tempt Yah because you're going through something, saying, is he with us or not? Do he care about us? That's a sin. That's a lack of faith. Everything done outside of faith is sin. We are not to complain. You don't supposed to be how you loving Yah, you complain about what's going on? That's my question I want to ask. You told me you love Yah, but you complaining about everything. Think about that. You know, that's just in the Torah. Okay, well then let's leave the Torah and let's go over here and look then. What should I start at? Philippians 2 and verse 12. It says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is Elohim, which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputing, that you may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Elohim without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom you shine as lights in the world. holding forth the word of life. Holding what? The word of life. That I may rejoice in the day of Mashiach, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. Yea, and if I be offered upon the sacrifice and service of your faith, I joy and rejoice with you all. For the same cause also do you joy and rejoice with me. Now listen, to do everything without murmuring or disputing, without complaining. Man, don't nobody care about me. And then you're mad at everybody because you got to encounter a trial. When y'all just trying to build your faith up. He's trying to teach you a lesson. Trying to show you something about life. Trying to help you to stand on your own 2 feet, but here you is like Mephibosheth. You lame in your legs. And then when it gets rough, you start seeing it get rough. You say, well, he finna restore the kingdom back to me. Come on, Mephibosheth. No, we gotta learn how to stand. And I know it'll be difficult sometimes, but we can't tip Yah because we're going through something. We gotta be able to stand firm. We gotta be able to know that Yah is with us, that he's going to keep us, that he's gonna be there for us. So we gotta do what's right in this sight. Listen to this, and thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of Yah, that it may be well with thee, and that you may go in and possess a good land which Yahuah swore to your fathers to cast out all your enemies from before thee, as Yahuah has spoken. Now peep this. Now, if you always become weak Willie or weak Wilma, the wimps, how you gonna be able to fight? Every time you face a fight, you're running. Quake and shake knee. Nervous leg. Butterfly in the stomach face. Every time something comes, you want to, what I'm saying, get the ostrich spirit and go tuck your tail in and say you want to care like a dog. Tuck your tail upon and say, ooh, it's rough out there. You got to learn how to fight. You got to learn how to no pain, no gain it. And it ain't easy, but it ain't hard neither. It just takes work. You got to endure hard as a good soldier. You got to be diligent. Steadfast and unmovable, always abounding in the works of Yah. You can't be stopping. Because when you continue to persevere, you'll be able to overcome and remove those things out of your way. But you got to do it here before you get there. If you can't, if you insecure poor, you're gonna be insecure rich. If you can't do the small thing, you ain't gonna be able to do the big thing. How in the world you gonna pick up 50 pounds when you can't even scoop up 5 right quick? You got a little 5-pound weight and your arms aching, and you just quit walking. I ain't gonna name no names, but me and my wife then one time was walking. She had a friend. Friend went walk a quarter mile with us, y'all, and stopped. It's the last time she walked with us. Her friend the same size she was them years ago, because she stopped walking. She at a standstill now. How you gonna lose weight? You gotta do more than just quit eating. You better learn how to sweat and get them glands to open and do the itch. I'm just saying. Well, that's how many of us do, though. We take a little walk to get the itching a little bit. And then, ooh, your fat burning, your capillaries open. I ain't walking no more. Now your top of your foot itchy. Your butt itchy. You gonna try to scratch. You know what I'm saying? That itch what got you stopping. And you can't take that itch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta do more than walk. You gotta put some effort in that thing. Or you don't get no results. What's the difference in our work in our life if y'all going through something? You got to put forth an effort. You got to be constant in prayer. You got to stay in that word. You got to stay focused. You got to seek Yah. You got to remain consistent when it comes to praising Yah. You just can't quit because it's rough for you all of a sudden. And when you get into a new place, you're gonna still have enemies you gotta be able to cast out. And when your son asks you in time to come, saying, what mean the testimonies and the judgments and the statutes and the judgments which Yahuah I might want commanded you? Then you should tell your son, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt. And Yah brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. He showed signs and wonders great and so upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household for our eyes. We saw this, and he brought us from thence. He might bring us in to give us the land which he swore to our fathers. And Yahuah commanded us to do all these statutes to fear Yah, our mighty one, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is at this day. And listen to y'all and look at, because everybody say, well, I want to be righteous before Yah. Now, if you ain't doing Yah's word, and this shall be our righteousness if we observe to do. If you ain't doing the commandments of Yah, it ain't your righteous. You ain't righteous. You unrighteous. Complaining and crying and grumbling and mumbling, you unrighteous. I ain't trying to talk hard, I'm just telling the truth. And I got to eat my own words, and I got to live by it as well. The difference between a man that's a righteous man and an unrighteous man is the righteous man live by faith. The just live by faith. The unrighteous does not live by faith. They quit. They stop. They run to other people to get help. They run to other things, other sources to get help. They don't run to Yah. They make lame excuses. Y'all know my heart. Yeah, your heart is more than sick, desperately wicked. Keeping Yah's testimonies, being obedient to Yah's word, doing what he says, that's your righteousness. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before Yahuah our mighty one, as he have commanded us. I'm telling y'all, picture to me now, the Torah is not done away with. We still supposed to do the Torah. Still supposed to be obedient. Mashiach came and brought us the law. You don't think I have come to abolish it. I ain't come to abolish it. I came to play rule it, to set it up right, to properly interpret it. That's why when they say he speaks with authority, because he spoke the word of Yah as the Pharisees and Sadducees spoke man-made traditions, didn't know Torah. Like many folks, they don't even know Yah's Torah. Sit there, man, talk to a whole lot of folks, and you know, and I'm talking about people who's supposed to be all deep, and I know they ain't read the Torah. I know they ain't read it. You know how I know? Because I done read it. I teach it. And I know they come with these little scriptures, trying to bring out little scriptures from each book, and don't even mean that, because they ain't read the whole book. Most High told me in a dream, don't teach from no book that you ain't read. So everybody I'm teaching y'all from, I've read them. How you gonna be able to teach it in the right perspective if you ain't read the whole book? And then they live their life on trying to quote scripture, but so much in their feelings, they get offended when their word hit them. You being mean to me. Here, the guy this week told me I was acting presumptuous. He can't encounter the prophets then. The prophets said some things that was rough for you. I'm talking about for real, for real. A lot of the prophets prophesy doom and gloom. You hear me? Went to prison. I remember Micaiah told Ahab when him and Joseph finna go to war. And Ahab said, put him in prison, feed him the bread of affliction, and give him some water of affliction. And then don't let him out till I get back. And Micaiah told him, he said, look here. He said, if you come back, Yah hadn't spoken through me. Yeah, he got hit in the chest of the chariot too. Didn't make it back alive. Wonder what happened to that prophet. See, the thing about it is, you're saying we get offended so much in our feelings, can't they teach you the true word of Yah? Yah don't cut no corners about it. Yeah, he speaks straight from the mouth, baby. He don't come from no sideways. He don't talk out the side of his neck, not at all. He comes straight from the shoulder. Yes, sir. He tell you how it is, period. He ain't care about how you're feeling about it neither. So your feelings, you better put them to the side. And we talk about disrespect. Look here, I ain't got so you no respect when it comes to me telling you what y'all say. If you get mad at me, I don't care. You have to be mad. Bye. You know how many folks already left us before? And stop giving? Come on now, quit playing with me. You some of y'all here now on Zoom, you two don't even give. They listen to every week. So guess what? You should be convicted by just me saying that. So getting offended don't mean nothing too tough no more. The truth got to make us free. And when you refuse to hear the truth, you stay bound. That's on you. Because you're the one that's living in sin and got to deal with Yah when it comes down to his word. And you can't give Yah no excuse, well, I ain't like what he said. Whoa. Say what? Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. We be scared to tell the truth because we don't want to lose people. We don't want folks to stop being our friends. The word of Yah says, rebuke a wise man and he'll love you. We can see all the fools. We can see all the fools. Every fool that get rebuked, run away and leave you alone. True correction, true love comes from correction. We get offended. Man, I'm so glad I had my big mama then when I was a youngster. Big mama whoop you. But it's not, she didn't whoop us out of just being mean to us. She whooped us when we was cussing. She whooped us when we was stealing, we was fighting each other. She whooped us. When we didn't want to listen, when we talked back, she spanked our butts, made us lay down, take a nap, go to bed, made us put stuff up. Big mama would have us on the weekend cleaning the yard up. Out there picking up cigarettes out the yard, picking up trash, making sure her yard stayed clean. We thought it was mean, but Big Mama took care of us too. She had you in the house changing the furniture around. Every week, wiping the walls down, wiping the baseboards down, wiping the fans off. She ain't want no dust in the house. You couldn't go to bed, look here at nighttime, you couldn't go to bed with the kitchen dirty. She ain't want no bugs in the house, no roaches. It took over sometimes. They get the pest control, but look here, Big Mama kept a clean house, and she used us, the cleaners. But it taught us principles. It taught us lessons. It showed us how to be responsible. Be mean, talk on what she had you doing it because you want to go out there and play flag football with your friends, pitch up and smear. You want to go play kickball. You want to go out there and run around the corner and play with your friends, and Big Mama had you in the house. You better not come to the house with no F on your report card. We must finna whoop you. Back in our day, we can forge them. Because they used to write the letter in, you know what I'm saying? So you get your little pen and change that F to an A. You know, back in them days, you know what I'm saying? The Big Mama would still go check on you at the school. Yeah. Yeah, you come on to the house, think you done got away with it. Again, she finna beat the brakes up. She gonna show you your report card again, her copy. You don't know if you got it. You know what I'm saying? You think she's being mean to you though. But it touches how to be responsible, how to have integrity, how to tell the truth, how to be honest and be able to face it anyway. So getting mad and getting in your feelings because you don't like what's being said, it just simply your flesh. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what good comes. And the Most High Himself, let me show y'all something. We're gonna read chapter number 7. And then take questions and comments, of course. Yeah, man, hallelujah. Look here, I'm gonna show y'all something.
You want something sweet?
That wasn't Malachi. So let me go to let me show y'all something. This is what Yah says. I'm just gonna read Jeremiah 17, 9 and 10. I really want to get to 10. It's the heart is deceitful above all things. Your heart is your mind. What you think, how you feel, what you want. Your intellect. Come on, y'all. Quit playing with me. Y'all know we can think some wicked stuff. We can be smart trying to be wicked. Pornography, being nasty, trying to sneak a girl in the house, sneak a man in the house through the window. Wives and devices, even trying to sneak out the house, go to a party. We can be wicked, sneaking upstairs, trying to go steal some food. I know when me and my brother was young, my brother Kenneth, my mama used to smoke Salem Slim Lights, you know, cigarettes, and I was trying to tell Kenneth go steal a cigarette from beside my mama's bed, go steal a cigarette. because she was asleep. And every time Kim touched the pack, I go deep. You know what I'm saying? He'll touch a deep. He better so I'm on bed just cracking up laughing. She ain't moved a muscle. But we sneaking trying to get that cigarette out. To go outside and smoke a cigarette. Dude. We were some kids, probably about 12, 13 years old. And the thing is, when it comes down to doing wicked, man, we look here smart. But dumb as a box of two rocks is when it comes to doing what's right. Look here, know how to get a ride to the club, but when it comes to trying to go for a job interview or try a career, we can't get no ride. Nobody won't get us. No, you made your way. You was in unrighteousness. Walk. But that's how our mind go. You know what I'm saying? The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Who can know it? Yah does what? I search the heart. Yeah, he searched your mind. He searched your heart. Yah does. The feelings, intellect. Yeah, he gonna search to see what's going on. I try the reins. I try the mind. I try the reins of your heart. I search your heart and I try your reins. Yeah, for sure. Even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. As the partridge sitteth on eggs and hatcheth them not, so he that getteth riches and not by right shall lead them in the midst of his days, and at the end shall be a fool. I'm a fool. Look here, I'm a dad. You know what I'm trying to say to you. Because I got 4 children with my wife. My oldest child will be 29 years old next month. And I know every last one of them, regardless of what they say and how they feel. I'm the daddy, for real, for real. It's been all their life. And check this. I try every last one of them. They just don't be knowing how I do it. Because I'm daddy. And I know them. See, the thing about it is, I saw them when they was born and raised up. I was already there when they came on the scene. I had been there. I'm daddy. While they was growing up in their own body and life, I was there looking at them come up. I learned their habits while they couldn't even understand them yet. Because I am who I am. Like the Most High is the Ancient of Days. He already know us. A few months ago, me and my son was at work talking, and I knew something was wrong with him. He told me ain't nothing going on. Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm good. Okay. So I provoked him. And he showed respect, super respect. But I provoked him till he finally came clean on what I already knew was going on with him. Because I already understand. Even my oldest child do a thing. I know what's going on. I just got a lot of wisdom to be patient, let y'all do what he do. Because he try to reign. And he's going to give you according to your ways now. That's why it's always good to be honest about what you got going on. Even my daughters, my youngest son, I call him early in the morning. He had a habit of going to the gym every morning early. So I hit him on the hip about 6:37 every morning and rebuke him hard. He just gets mad. Then if you don't call me, then I call him. I ain't heard from you. Yeah, because I'm your father. I'm seeing where you're at. At the same time, I'm trying to correct something in your life, and trying to guide you and show you. And sometimes it don't feel comfortable. It does not feel good. It's something that we don't like, but it's necessary, so we won't go down the wrong path. The straight gate is the narrow road. You got to walk with precision and be careful, because you fall off, you might hurt yourself. Very few find that road. You know why? Because it's not an easy road to walk. It's stuff all around you, and you got to keep your focus straight. And so y'all gonna search that hard. He gonna cut you back and see if you might think you look pretty, but you might got a little knot on that branch. He got to cut off. Because that little knot might be making that fruit not bear. Or that little knot supposed to be having some fruit coming out of it. So to get that fruit out of that little knot, I cut that knot off. Like Isaiah told me yesterday, he said if a tree could speak, he'd probably say, ouch. I laugh, that's a true story. But that's how many of us is. We don't like them knots to be cut up off of us. We don't like the Most High searching our heart, dealing with us. When he ain't got nothing but love. I ain't got nothing but love for you, baby. Ain't got nothing but love. But we get offended and get upset at true love because we don't know when good comes. Yeah. Let's read Deuteronomy 7. Praise Yah for his compassion. Then we'll get there, y'all. We might have to do this here again this week too. Deuteronomy 7, beginning at verse 1. Hallelujah. Yahuah thy mighty one shall bring thee into the land where thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites, and the Amorites and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. Y'all see that? You have to go in there and fight something bigger than you. 7 nations mightier and greater than thou. And when Yahuah your mighty one shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them. He gonna bring them before you now. He gonna bring the funk to you now. Thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. But you know how we get. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shall not give, thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his son shall I give unto, nor his daughter shall I give unto thy son. Why? Because they white? Because they black? Because they Asian? No. No. Some of these folks with the same skin tone. This is Africa over there somewhere now. This is us. This is why. For they would turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other mighty ones. So will the anger of Yah be kindled against you and destroy you suddenly. But thus shall you deal with them. You shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art a Kodesh, a holy people unto Yahuah your mighty one, and Yahuah your mighty one have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You better listen to this now. Yah did not set his love on you, nor choose you, because you was more in number than any people. For you were fewest of all people. But because y'all love you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn to your fathers, have Yah brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Know therefore that Yahuah, your Elohim, he is Elohim, the faithful Elohim, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him. Y'all hear that, don't you? And keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. And he repelled them that hate him to their face, to destroy. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And he repaid them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He would not be slack to him that hated him. He will repay him to his face. Thou shalt keep therefore the commandment and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them. Wherefore it shall come to pass, if you shema, hearken to these judgments and keep and do them, that Yahuah your mighty one shall keep unto thee the covenant which the covenant and the mercy which he swore unto your fathers. And he will love you and bless you and multiply you. He will also bless the fruit of your womb, your children, and the fruit of your land, thy corn and thy wine, and thine oil, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep in the land which he swore unto your fathers to give thee. Thou shalt be blessed above all people, there shall not be a male or female barren among you, or among your cattle. And Yahuah will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. And thou shalt consume all the people which Yahuah your mighty one shall deliver thee. Thine eye shall have no pity upon them. Neither shalt thou serve their gods, but there will be a snare unto you. If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? This is what Yah say. Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but shall remember what Yahuah your mighty one did to Pharaoh and all of Egypt, the great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders and the mighty hand and the stretched out arm whereby Yahuah your mighty one brought thee out. So shall Yahuah your mighty one do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. Moreover, Yahuah your mighty one will send the hornet among them until they that are left and hide themselves from thee to be destroyed. But thou shalt not be frightened at them. But Yahuah your mighty one is among you, a mighty one, a mighty power, and terrible. And Yahuah your mighty one will put out those nations before thee, but little by little, that thou mayest not be consumed, that thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee. But Yahuah your mighty one shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction until they be destroyed. And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. And there shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou hast destroyed them. The graven images of their gods shall you burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. For it is an abomination to Yahuah your mighty one. That's the prosperity gospel. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination to thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. Remember Achan? We just read just 22. Remember Achan? He got what they call the Babylonian guard. It was a cursed thing brought to his house. There was religion he brought to his house. The garment guy came from a priest. He brought another religion to his house that caused problems in it. And we wonder why we have a struggle of being Christians. Come on now, be for real with me. See, we scared to speak up about the truth. See, well, I ain't never scared. Because these things, we can't let these things continue to take us. Even in the so-called truth today, this covenant, we got these so-called Israelites, all of us Israel, but they so religious, they still doing the same thing y'all said not do, trying to deal with an identity. Who cares about you being Israel? You being Israel, you still in the diaspora, you still out of the promised land, and you still got judged because of disobedience, because so your identity, it means more than that, sheep. When you wake up, you return to the covenant. You begin to get obedient. Turn from the sins of your forefathers means you live right. Well, any questions? Hallelujah. So y'all, that's heavy right there. Say when Yahuah bring you, let's see if we can dive in for a few minutes. When Yahuah your mighty one shall bring you into the land where you go to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee. Look at here and listen to this: the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. 7 nations is what? Greater and mightier than thou. Y'all gonna bring them before you to fight you. See, I brought that out because look at verse 2. And when Yah your mighty one shall deliver them before you, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them, and shall make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Let me tell you something. Y'all gonna bring some trouble to your life. It ain't trouble like you think. It's to get you to fight. You just gotta depend on his word and not be focused on the circumstance. He already told you he's gonna bring it before you. Your responsibility is to fight them, to overcome them, and take possession of what Yah has said. Look at this, y'all. Judges 1, verse 1. Now, after the death of Joshua, it came to pass that Joshua and the elders died.
Just for you on Apple Music.
Joshua and the elders died. And after the death of Joshua, it came to pass that the children of Israel asked Yahuah who should go before us, right? To fight against them. You know, and Yah said, send Judah up. So they go to Judah. Judah asked Simeon to go. They going. Even though Judah couldn't get rid of someone because of the iron church, they begin to lose faith. All these right here begin to lose faith, so they could not get rid of these nations. Verse 2. They broke Yah's covenant. Now, Yah brought them before them. They was winning and they started losing. Why they started losing? Because they begin to lack faith, so they couldn't be overcome. And they had to, you got to learn how to fight harder than how you fight. So when they begin to break covenant, when they begin to lack faith with doing what Yah called them to do, they begin to make covenant with the other nations. It caused a problem. Let me show y'all two things. Here's the first one. And the angel of Yah came from Gilgal to Bochim and said, I made you to go up out of Egypt. This is Judges 2:1. And have brought you unto your fathers, the land which I swear unto your fathers. Excuse me, and have brought you unto the land which I swear to your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you. And you shall make no covenant. This red league is a covenant. But a wreath, a covenant. You should make no covenant with the inhabitants of this land. You shall throw down their altars. But you have not obeyed my voice. Why have you done this? And because you didn't obey Yah, wherefore I also said I would not drive them out from before you, but they shall be thorns in your sides, and their God shall be a snare unto you. If they didn't obey Yah, I'm declaring some today that Yah might not agree with it, but I think I could be right on this right here. What was Uriah? Yeah, a Hittite. Listen, look at this, y'all. I'm showing y'all something. Wherefore, when Yahuah your mighty one shall bring you into the when you go to possess it and cast out many nations from before you, the who? What's the first nation he said to cast out? The Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and 7 nations greater than that. Now, peep this. Do y'all think if they would have obeyed Yah by getting rid of the Hittites, that David could have got Bathsheba?
Nope.
He could have had Uriah the Hittite killed and got his wife. I don't think so. I think because of their disobedience, David was caught in the game.
Yeah, I think that she was a Hebrew.
I'm talking about Uriah the Hittite.
Right. She was a Hebrew, so she rightfully belongs to a Hebrew man. Now, the fact that he's a Hittite, he's not even supposed to be there. It's an anomaly to the piece of the equation. Something that really shouldn't have happened, but it happened, and still they broke Torah because of it.
Right. They should have obeyed. But look at this right here. Even Joshua, who was the leader before he died, he got deceived by the Gibeonite deception. These men got some old clothes on. Let me show y'all something. Look here. Because they didn't obey, and they made covenant like Yah said. And it came to pass when all the kings were on this side of Jordan, in the hills and in the valleys, and in all the coasts of the great sea over against Lebanon, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite thereof, they gathered themselves together to fight Joshua for Israel. And the inhabitants of Gibeonite heard what Joshua had done unto Jericho and Ai. They did willingly and went and made as if they had been ambassadors and took, look at y'all, took old sacks on their asses, and wine bottles, old and rent, and bound up, and old shoes, and collared upon their feet, and old garments upon them, and all the bread of their provision was dry and moldy. They got this to go to see Joshua them. And they went to Joshua, and they look at, but they had fresh meat. Joshua didn't pay no attention to that. We go on and look at it. And when they went to Joshua unto the camp at Gilgal, and said unto him and to the men of Israel, we be come from a far country, now therefore make you a league with us. And the men of Israel did unto the Hivites, and the men of Israel said to the Hivites, peradventure you dwell among us, how shall we make a league with you? And they said to Joshua, we are thy servants. And Joshua said to them, who are you? And where you come from? And whence come ye? And they said, we come from a very far country. No, they didn't. And our servants are come because of your name, because the name of Yah, your mighty one. We have heard the fame of him and all that he did in Egypt. And all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites and beyond the Jordan, to Sihon, king of Heshbon, and to old king of Bashan, which were at Asherah. Now they coming to Joshua, asking Joshua to make a league. Said they telling Joshua, we take this bread. When we take the bread, y'all, it was hot. Look at verse 12. This our bread we took hot for our provision. Then they lying to him. Out of our houses on the day we came forth unto you, but now behold, it is dry, it is molded. And these bottles of wine which were filled with new, and behold, they be rent, and these our garments and our shoes are become old by reason of the very long journey. You see how they lying?
Yeah.
Now the bread, now let's talk about the meat still fresh. And the men, look here, y'all, and the men took of their victuals and asked not counsel at the mouth of Yah. Y'all see that? And we're going to see David today because these are the men who caused the curse to come on Israel because of Saul. But what Saul did, and David them had to make it right. But they broke Torah and disobeyed Yah. When Yah said from the beginning, don't make no covenant with them. Don't make no covenant. And when Yahuah, your mighty one, shall deliver them before you, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Now I'm going to say this right here because we got some Hebrews, even today's time, who still fellowship with Christians. You think that's right? You trying to bring them to the truth, not by letting them teach you. How are you in the truth? They in the truth. They're telling you something. What they telling you then? It can't be the truth if they ain't in the truth. Or we make covenants, we make leads to try to show somebody when we don't even supposed to have mercy on them they got going on. Neither shall I make marriages with them. Not because of their race, but because of the God they serve. It'll turn you away from following after other mighty ones. Neither shall I make marriages with them that thy daughter thou shalt not give unto their son, unto his son, nor his son shall I take unto, nor his daughter shall thou take unto thy son. Why? For they would turn away your son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yah be kindled against you and destroy you suddenly. So who is it about? Is it about their skin complexion? Or is it about the mighty one they serve? But the mighty one they serve. Well, man, she ain't gonna turn me. Man, I done seen men, like Fred Sanford said on Riff, I said on Hard Night, it'll make a man change gods.
Yeah.
Look here. Let me tell you something that's real life now. Because that might sound that stupid to you. I ain't gonna change my God. Man, I done seen men go to penitentiary and kill other men over women. I done seen women kill women over other men. I know a guy personally that and this man got 25 years for a woman who's already married, but her husband's already in prison. I ain't gonna tell you his name, but I know both of them personally. Because they both was in there when I was working there. And peep this now. Let me give you some understanding, some good wisdom, some stuff. The dude, he walked some miles one day to go see the girl across town. When he looked, he got there and saw her getting down. He looked in the window, saw her getting down. He walked back home, hurt, struggling. He go back again, try to get with her. He see her getting knocked up again. He leave, but this time when the dude leave, he go in the house. So he trying to scare. I'm just trying to scare. I was just trying to scare. I wasn't gonna really hurt him. But she had already dialed 911 before he came in the house. So he got a knife to her neck backwards, trying to scare her. And I realized when he get in the house playing with her, the police came behind him and tased him. He got 25 years in prison for burglary 1. That's how desperate he got to be with a woman that it cost him 25 years of his life. He's still in prison today. I talked to him, that was in the early 2000s. Probably 04 or 05. It's 2023. He's still in there. See, a woman or a man can make you change God. They can make you go to prison for them. That'll hear men kill women, kill their wives for a woman. I know we seeing no hard nights and it's comical. Hey, where your mom at? Put your mama on the phone. Hey, baby, I ain't never come home. Take it easy. You know what I'm saying? We laugh at that. That's real life, though. If it make you change, if it make you kill a person over it and never come home, you know it'll make you change gods. If you living in sin, doing wrong, what God you serving? Thou shalt not be a sodomite. You know what a sodomite is? Not a homosexual. It's a man that stick his thing in a hole. It's a male fornicator who's getting right all the time. A whoremonger is a female. Don't be a whoremonger. We'll change y'all for some sex. I'm telling you for real now. You got men and women leave their families, leave their husbands, leave their wives, leave their children for a man or for a woman. For a woman or for a man. They'll leave them quick. Why? Because it's all about them. Y'all said don't do these things. We don't marry other nations, not because we being racist. What God do they serve? You even got Hebrew people who don't even know they're Hebrew, still do Christmas, and this man is Hebrew, but he want to give her because she beautiful, but she gonna say, well, we're gonna come my way, we're gonna go to mom and dad in my house on Thanksgiving and on Christmas. We're gonna do Hanukkah too, but we don't even do Hanukkah. That ain't no feast day. That's something that's made up. There ain't no feast day at all. Fire short in the Torah to me. But we'll compromise. Then the kids confused because they're doing Christmas and Sukkot. They're doing Pesach and Easter. And we think it's all right. I'm not gonna name the name of an individual, but I'm gonna show enough to tell a story. He supposed to be a Hebrew, be on Facebook preaching hard, going off, but he is in the park giving out candy for Halloween. But we don't want the kids to go to the neighborhood, so they're gonna come in, we're gonna give them out candy. No, Joker, don't do it, period. Put a standard up and don't give no candy out on no Halloween, no trunk or treat or Thanksgiving, what you call it? Hallelujah night. Why would you give candy out at all? Why would you even at all let them get them some nice uniforms, some you want to get them some little angels wings or some little princess or a Bible character, and you think it's okay? It's idolatry. And now y'all compromising because your wife said, do it for the vine. Excuse me, do it for the kids. You gotta learn how to put a standard. Me and my wife, look here, when we came to the truth, you know what I'm saying? I came to say we ain't doing Thanksgiving no more. That's it. Look here, she didn't like that. We didn't fall out not down drag out. We just went to the word of Yah and did what Yah word said instead of our feelings. Because there's nostalgia being around your family on Thanksgiving. But it's a sin, it's an abomination, it's not of Yah. No, it's not. Or even Christmas. She had to have her live tree one point in time in the past. And Malachi wanted to prove to me with all his heart Santa Claus is real. Especially when that show came out, the Polar Express. And he came and grabbed my hand at 5 years old. I told you, Daddy. There you go right there. That's a TV, so it's a cartoon. It ain't real. But if these things are going to make you quit serving Yah, why would you even engage yourself in that? Because you're trying to find you a wife. You're trying to find you a husband. You get impatient. And you'll go ahead and get with them. Nah, I love them. No, they need to always be serving Yah. My wife give my son some good wisdom. If she ain't going that way, I wouldn't even get involved the rest of your period. She got to be already in there going that way. We can't go beyond friends. She got to already be in that way. And my daughters too. You don't get with a man, he need to be Israel. He don't need to be getting ready to come into the knowledge of the truth. He needs to be already in the truth. Israel understanding that there's a correct way, not a perverted way. But see, we'll give in, we'll compromise, and we'll leave Yah based on a woman or a man, based on some what we think is goodness. No, they'll turn your heart against Yah, and guess what Yah say? They will turn away your sons from following me, that they may serve other gods, so with the anger of Yah. That's gonna make Yah upset. He's gonna get at you. Even over here in today's time. When you read Jeremiah prophesying to them, telling them, do not make leagues, don't make a covenant, do not marry them women over there. I'm gonna treat your children that you have with them women like dong is doobie. When Ezra came and separated them, they had to give up their wives, their children and grandchildren. Look how long some of them was probably married. And you causing pain to your own life by just disobeying Yah to serve somebody to be with somebody who don't even serve Yah. Go ahead, Lady Battle.
I was gonna ask us to consider a perspective that I thought has always been amazing, even looking at Balaam and Balak, because he thought he could outwit Yah. And then put in his ear, this is how you get them.
Right.
But one thing we have to consider, beyond a natural relationship, our relationship from the book of Genesis, from the garden, was always spiritual. Made in the image and after the likeness of Yah, spirit. We were known by Yah by spirit first, before we even were clothed with the body that was able to enjoy of his own. Once he gave us a soul, he said it was good that man not be alone. I'm getting at something. So he made him a helpmeet. That they may enjoy one another in cleanliness, right, in purity, in his ruach. And perversion at its grandest is always the mixture of spirit, soul, and body for the wrong reason. And I think it's powerful. A woman is amazingly powerful as a helpmeet. But she can be as amazingly powerful, she can be amazingly rotten. Right, destructive. And when we look at Proverbs, and that's why I give it to my our children when they'll listen, and they get tired of hearing me saying it. But if you start a thing a particular way, this is what everybody will expect. And if you are a man or a woman that is wanting, that would be your downfall. In the garden, lust and subtlety of the serpent is why Eve was beguiled. her spirit was becoming convoluted, mixed up, out of order. And right there where Balaam gave him the pitch, they took the pitch, they took the bait, they took the booty, and they did exactly what he said they would do.
Right.
Give them women, make them marry them, they'll change God. So the sensuality of man, the very thing we've been given to cleave to one another as husband and wife, and to one another as a nation, also can be used against us. And at the point that we say that we've conquered or we're strong, literally, this is probably 95% of the downfall of most that rebel against their parents, most that rebel against the teachers of Yah. It's all for a piece of meat, if you will. The being insatiable because we want a feeling, not understanding that this feeling will go away. Novelty and newness of anything goes away, but it's the obedience that gets y'all's attention. So which was told Saul by Samuel, was it not? So I want us to consider that, because we all have a soul, which is referred to as her, that we can put her in that garden and represent Eve. To tell you the truth, we all are the body or the bride of a Mashiach, which has to take this position of this woman that continuously buck and be known as a whoremonger and also be known as a sodomy. So none of us are exempt. Once we have, heard these words have been rehearsed and taught to us, to discipline our soul.
Right.
Because we cheat. People cheat in many different forms, are unfaithful in many different ways. But we have to realize that we spirit first.
Right.
And that you have to come correct. There's nothing we can hide from y'all, is my point.
Right.
And whatever we're dealing with privately, it's gonna come up.
Right.
And that was Israel's sin. They loved women, sex, perversion. They were insatiable to feel good. When you got a whole Hebrew woman, and Samson had a whole problem with it.
Samson went against other nations.
Yeah, even though y'all used it for
Right.
his good.
Right.
But Samson didn't have to have that first woman.
Right.
His parents tried to talk sense into him.
Even Delilah too.
Yeah.
Even Delilah was a Gentile. They got Samson's eyes gouged out. Now I know we be hearing about Samson, we be like, man, Samson was great. And we read the Bible and say, man, even though this was Yah getting sent to do that, and Samson he never did marry her. She was given to his friend, and her husband, her and her dad died by being burnt up. He went to another woman, named Delilah. Y'all remember Delilah, don't you? Now, Samson, the first wife, she was given to his companion, whom he had used as a friend. But now, all of a sudden, he gave it to Delilah. What happened to Delilah? What happened to Samson? Then gave it to Delilah. She began to put that pressure on him. Put that pressure on Samson. And man, she tells you got to get talking to Samson. Samson said, you gonna wear me to death, girl? What's going on? Just cut my hair. Look here, when Samson got his hair cut, he started being all who y'all call him to be. He stopped being that Nazarite. He lost his strength. They gouged his eyes out. And went to the penitentiary and died in prison. Now, I'm going to just say like this right here. I don't see no glory in that. I don't see the glory. Samson killed more than, I know y'all use Samson to do what he did. But that's a painful way to have to go out in the penitentiary, blind. And you was a judge over all Israel who should have known better. Nobody's exempt. The Most High never told Samson to do what he did. It never said it was the will of Yah for Samson to go to prison. No, it never says she just let him, he just let her talk to his feelings. Look at verse 16, and just 16, and it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words, she urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death. And he told her all his what? Heart. And he gave that woman his secret. And when she saw that he told the truth, he slept on her knees. And then cut Samson's hair, cut his locks off his head. Samson was a black man, he had locks now. He wasn't no white man with no locks, had one dirty. And she called, and she made him sleep on the knees, and she called for a man, and she calls him to shave off the locks, the 7 locks off his head. And she began to afflict him. Now he was afflicted, and his strength went from him. Look at this now, because of what he did. That's another woman who turned his heart from Yah. And she said, the Philistine be upon you, Samson. Shimshon. And he awoke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as other times and shake myself. And he wist not that Yah had departed from him. Well, y'all said they're going to be what? Thorns in your eyes, baby. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza, wherever they're fighting at now, and bound him with the fetters of brass. And he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit to have his head begin to grow again after he was shaven. But he died in prison. He died, even though his hair grew back, he got his strength back. Guess what? He still died blind. Man, we better pay attention. We think about this, y'all. And we ain't supposed to be having no mercy. Look here. So people say you get offended because I know folks, a lot of folks get offended. They'll live. I said they'll live. Look here. Y'all says this. But thus shall you deal with them. You shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. For you are a holy people. We're not supposed to spare when it comes to idolatry, when it comes to anything that's against y'all. We ain't supposed to be trying to be their friends, be friendly with them. Y'all, I promise you, if you stand for what's right, if you stand for Yah, Yah will defend and protect you, period. I know he will. But thou art a holy people unto Yahuah your mighty one, and Yahuah your mighty one have chosen you to be a special people unto himself. We are a special people unto Yah above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. So listen here, this is why even when they was in Egypt, Pharaoh called them slaves. Y'all never called you no slave. That was somebody else called you. When they want to call you a nigger over here, or a jigaboo, or a goon, or thug, whatever. Y'all said you are a special people. You ain't no hoe. You ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Byword, proverb. Black. My nigga, this is a color. You're not what they call you. He said you be called a byword or proverb because of your disobedience. But from Yah's point of view, when you walk in righteousness, you are a special people unto Yah. Above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. And Yah did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for you was the fewest of all the people. We've always been the fewest of all people. We've always been the few, the little, the small. But that's what gives you the advantage. Because you ain't got to fight for yourself. That should give you some hope as well, that no matter how you are, how little you think you are, Yah got you. And he got you because he loves you. We ain't got to spare him. We can walk in righteousness, walk in obedience. Yah gonna cover us up. Yahuah did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you was more in number, because you was big and puffed up and was the toughest. But because Yah love you. because he loved you and because he will keep the oath which he has sworn to your fathers. Have Yah brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondage from the hand of Pharaoh king? Look here now, Yah is the one that anything we've ever been in that's rough, we've never brought ourselves out. But yet and still we was trying to wonder how we're going to get out. If you just put your mind on what the reality of the situation, regardless of your condition, regardless of your circumstance, regardless of your situation, who has always brought you out? Who has always brought deliverance to you? Yahuah brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, whereas you were serving as slaves, living as slaves with a slave mentality. He brought you out of Egypt by your armies, but he did it with an outstretched arm. You ain't had to fight nothing, which I make you more than a conqueror. Because he gave you a victory and fought a fight for you that you didn't even have to fight for yourself and gave you the booty or the prize. Man, that's amazing to me. Go ahead, Lady Battle. Hallelujah. We're going to get a few more minutes. We're going to push pause on this list.
I was gonna say, and we have to, I was sharing this with them, we have to consider that y'all took them over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they disregarding the fact that there was a Pharaoh that grew, that cared less about covenant,
told Jacob to
knew
go.
not, what had transpired, the preservation of y'all's people. You didn't think he was gonna oversee it. You didn't think he was gonna respond to it. There's no way y'all would lead you into a situation and not provide a way of escape. The thing is considering, and I read it and have reread it a couple of times, that we'll look at it again. When Moses did lift up the stick with the serpent, and people began to look upon it and dying because they grumbled, mumbled, and lacked faith in Yah through his leaders, we really need to consider this perspective, that we don't like Yah's way he takes. And David talks about it so many times that it encourages me and yet convicts me to see our ancestors go through the paths that they did. But one thing, if I were to glean anything from David and wouldn't mind checking him out, you know, and could walk with him, when he was wrong, he repented. And when he prayed, he did cry out. And he cried out in faith, knowing that Yah was his deliverer. He makes the way. Moses even had said, Yah, we won't go unless you go before us.
You got to walk with me. I can't do it myself.
And so I want us to consider this perspective. We're reading this portion of Deuteronomy. You're bringing out the fact of having faith going through what you're going through, not mumbling and complaining, but is it Yah that has you in this situation? Will he not see you through? And are we accepting of the way he has for us right now? Or are we bucking, kicking against the pricks?
Don't want to go.
As a untamed or undisciplined oxen yoked together. According to the teaching of the word, are we pliable? Are our necks still stiff?
Oh, stiff neck.
So I just wanted to consider that.
Praise Yah.
Talked about this portion.
That's good. It's Yah who did lead. Yah told Jacob, go down there. Had already told Abraham years before. They're going to go down there. Even if they're dealing with us, Yah's the one that leads you. Even the way we go, we don't like it. But he knows what's best for us. And that's what we have to be able to understand. That, man, a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of even when I was a little kid, everybody didn't like no beans. But I learned how I like them. I learned how when you with the process when you get to having them mixed meal cramps. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat beans with sugar. I eat beans with salt and pepper, a little hot sauce. You know. But at one point in time, I ain't like them. When I was a little bit small, now I like turnip greens. Now I always like them greens, but I'm a green man. You know, but some foods I did not like. But look here, when I'm hungry, when you realize no matter how nasty it is, no matter how much you don't like it, it sustains your life. It's healthy for you. It's good for you. It's going to give you strength. It's going to enable you to be strong. You know, Yahuah had took out run from Jezebel. He go there, hide, he sleep. The angel wake him up, there's some food out there where they're cooking. He told him to get up and eat. And then he fed him twice. And then he said, you know, that's going to be enough food to sustain you for 40 days. It's 3 men in the Bible that went without food 40 days. One man did it twice. That's Moses, Yahusha, and Eliyahu. He knew he wasn't going to have nothing to eat for 40 days. And Yah gave him some food to sustain him for 40 days. Now, his mind could have got the best of him, or he had to walk by faith. But Yah sustained him, knowing it, and told him you ain't going to have nothing to eat for 40 more days. Now, think about that, because a lot of times that's what get the best of us, it be our mind. That's why it's not good to lean to your own understanding. Even in the famine, the prophet prophesied of famine. It wasn't going to rain for 3 years, 6 months. Yahuah, he was going to have to be a part of that famine. Something he prophesied. And to live by it too. But Yah led him to the widow of Zarephath, because the children of Israel had no faith. So led him to a Gentile woman, the widow over there at Zarephath. Yah will lead you through. He'll guide you. He'll provide for you. You just got to go the way he take you. He knows the way that I take. Even when you read in the latter part of Deuteronomy, when it says, as the eagle stirs her nest and flutter over her young. So Yahuah alone did guide them. There was no strange God among them. Yah led them. He bared them up on his shoulders, on eagle's wheels, a man bear his son. When your legs get where you can't walk, Yah walk with you. Yah, we got to learn how to really trust in Yah. He said something that was heavy to Moses about us. He told the truth concerning it too. He said, look here, we're people of no faith. Because we think faith is always getting something. Don't realize that Yah gonna bring you to some war sometimes. He gonna take you to fights and cause things bigger than you to stand before you and tell you to go get at it. Go fight. And you better fight, or what you gonna do, tuck tail and run? That's the thing we don't want to take heed to, because we don't like to fight. Look here, I'm telling you the truth. Know therefore, Yahuah, your mighty one, he is a mighty one. He is Elohim, the power, the faithful mighty one, which keeps covenant. He keeps covenant and mercy with them that love him. Then what is love from Yah's point of view? Doing what he says, obedience. He keep covenant with those who obey him, those who love him. And the Shamar, guard, defend, keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. And repay of them that hate him. Look here, the ones who hate him, disobedient, he gonna come to you and holler at you from the face, baby. I told you about that earlier. And repay them to their face, to destroy them. He would not be slack to them that hate him neither. He repay him to his face. The hate is the one who disobeys Yah, who go against Yah, who complain, who try Yah, tempted, complain. Remember them who don't reload the light bread, when they got the first 2 in their teeth and slap fire from them, send fire from the back. Or the ones who begin to complain through number 21 and the serpents begin to bite and eat them up. That's those who hate Yah. Not just these other nations, he's talking about us. Who disobey, who don't do his will, who don't keep his commandments, who do what we want to do. They're showing hate toward Yah. It's like a parent and a child. How can you hate me? Or a husband being abusive to his wife. How you love me putting your hands on me? Or a wife doing her husband wrong, but she loving, but stepping out with Joe Blow and Wheeler Earl them all the time. After a while, I'm going to snap. Strike fire. He destroys those who hate him, disobey, does not do his will, go contrary to what he says, becomes the foe, becomes the enemy, odious. Yeah, you wonder why sometimes your life because you talking crazy. Kill me now. What's wrong? You don't care about me. And then here you is now because you're mad. You want to go live in sin. You want to go do wrong. Now you want to go over here and don't care no more. You just showing hate toward y'all. He gonna come and holler at you face to face. Y'all ain't never been scared like on your door tomorrow. Come on outside and holler, let's talk. He come holler at you. I ain't never seen in the Bible he was what king y'all was ever scared of. He come and talking to him. Period. He ain't playing no games. And in repay of them that hate him to their face to destroy them, he would not be slack to him that hate him. He will repay him face to face. Thou shalt therefore shamar. Keep the commandments of Yah. Keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them. Wherefore it shall come to pass if we shamar Yah to these commandments and keep and do them, that Yah shall keep unto us the covenant and the mercy which he swore unto our fathers. All we gotta do is just love Yah, be obedient, do what he say, get past how you feel, walk in righteousness, don't be complaining. I'm talking about look here, learn how to really develop a relationship with Yah. I want to be his son. I do want to be in his will. I don't understand some things. One time, let me tell you something. Like I was telling my sons, when I would say rebuke a wise man and you will love him. Certain things I tell my son, even in school now, and my daughter, even in school now, or even older, I might tell them something that they don't like. But it's because I love them. It's up to them to take heed to it and to listen. They might not dare to, no, don't do this. Stay still. And when you step out and do it, they make you the fool. You got to experience that now because it's your own. But when you obey, then the end result comes in and you see the goodness behind it, you will love me. Rebuke a wise man and he'll love you. Well, let me explain something to you. That's how y'all do me. That's how y'all do us. Taking us through things. Correcting things in our life that we got to get right. It don't feel good. No, man, it hurt. But you got to get past your feelings. Don't start getting the bad no grudge toward people. Nobody don't care about me no more. They ain't got no help. No, y'all thank you anyway. I praise you and I just magnify you set apart. Now you see what's going on, y'all. You know all things. Ain't nothing here from your sight. Y'all help me. Even though it's rough, I'm willing to give it all up for you. I love you and I praise you. And I just magnify your set apart name. I still want to say hallelujah to you. Thank you for being my Father. You know what's best for me, even though I don't like it. Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I can imagine when David over there in the trenches sitting down, looking out for Saul. And y'all right in there with him. But when it came down time for David to be their leader, he was at his lowest point in the cave. It's a time when Yah had brought all those who was oppressed down and out to him. He told Gad the prophet, go tell him, get up out the cave. You only gonna go through for so long, but y'all gonna have to bring you out the cave. And then when he was down there and they sold David out, Yah told him to go somewhere where they sold him out for Saul. And David prayed. He didn't get to run and take his tail and got concerned. He said, are they going to give me over to him? And Saul coming? Yah said, yeah, he coming. Are they going to sell me out to him? Yeah, they going to do that to you. And Yah showed him how to go. He maintained, learned how to have a relationship with him. And he didn't complain and didn't cry. But then as life continued to keep on going, and he said, Yah is my shepherd. That Yah is my shepherd. And man, I shall not want. No. He made me lie down in green pastures. Yeah. He gonna prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Yeah, he gonna know my head with oil, get them worms out my head that's distracting me and driving me crazy. Removing them voices. Yeah, though I walk through the valley. That means Yah ain't gonna bring you out that valley. He gonna walk through the valley with you. He knows death all around you. He going through, he see it like you see it. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. For you are with me. Yeah, we did this together. So you see, we always got the wrong idea about Yah. He gonna bring you out like that. He gonna walk through it with you. And make you walk through it. He with you. And his rod and his staff, they're gonna comfort you too. We gotta understand that y'all gonna bless you, he gonna move for you. But he gotta teach you how to be like he's supposed to be, make you strong. Even in the military, when you go through it, they say you gotta go through boot camp. You gotta get your stamina together, get your wind up, get your muscles right. You gotta get your endurance level going on. And when you first start, boy, you ready to quit. You might throw up after that long run. But after a while, you can go ahead and run and ready to get some more. You at the something, no. When we come out here, no. And then you out there looking and walking, no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ooh. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to be a soldier now in the armors of Yah. So you won't be facing the big things about we look like grasshoppers. Yah wait till all them soldiers die. Because look, if you go into battle trembling, you're gonna get killed. You gotta have full confidence in Yah. You'll be strong in him. Yeah, this don't sound good. None of us. Let me tell you something. The truth now, I gotta teach this thing. I gotta live it too. Yeah, I gotta still say it and still do it. Don't look here. I'm willing to do what I'm doing, but I know that we gotta encounter it as well. And it don't feel good. But y'all here, you gotta get past your feelings. Like Mashiach said, "Oh my Father, if it's at all possible, let this cup pass from me." And while he was in the garden praying, the Bible said angels came out there to strengthen him. But when they came down to him, getting ready to give his life up, couldn't no angel stop nothing that was the will of Yah. He still had to go and die. Still had to feel bad about Judas betraying and feel kind of low about Peter denying him. And everybody else running away from him. He had to go by himself, standing before the high priest getting slapped. Yeah, he had to get that beating down. You think it felt good to get them licks on him? He had to endure more than one lick. He had to hit 39 of them, and then in shame, he had to stand there and take it. And then after he got finished taking that, had to bury that stake. I know it's a song, but it's a true song when they say Mashiach, was Mashiach bear that stake alone, and all the world go free. Yeah, it's a stake for everyone. Yeah, for you and it's for me. Yeah, so I know, man, but that's we say we love him. We say we care about him. You try by them words. You don't play like you're weak now until you change your mind or you choose to want to remain ignorant. You try by them. That's just the bottom line. I'm telling you, hallelujah. And I want him to be my dad and help me. Show me how to do it. Because I can't do it by myself. Show me, because I don't know how to do it. But I'm going to walk anyway, and I'm going to get you to help me. Show me how to do it and be my daddy. He'll be there for you. He'll help you. He'll show you. You just got to be able to stand firm on it and trust him. And get past how you feel about it. And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of your womb, your children, through your loving Yah. And I love my children enough to do what's right by Yah. And I don't want them growing up in poverty or, how to encounter some bad things because I just fell off. And the fruit of your land, the increase your corn and your wine, and thine oil and the increase of your kind, and the flocks of your sheep in the land which is went to your fathers, that you shall be blessed above all the people. When you're walking in obedience, there shall not be a male, a female among you barren, or your cattle. Your obedience walking in Yah bring healing to your body. He'll help you, make you live a long life. And Yah will take away sickness from you, and Yah will take away from you all sickness, and put none of the evil diseases of Egypt of your in the land of your captivity, in the place you was in bondage yet, which you know upon you. He'll take cancer, diabetes, heart, hypertension, HIV, whatever disease it is, he'll take it from you. He'll bring healing to your body, and he'll put them on your enemy. He'll let you see them fall. But will lay upon them all of them that hate you, and you shall consume. Look here now, and you shall consume all the people which Yahuah your mighty one shall deliver thee. Yeah, everybody that come against you, he'll allow you to be an overcomer. He will allow you to stand. And you ain't gotta have no pity for him. I don't care. I ain't sparing nothing that ain't the guy. I don't care. I don't care. My mama didn't serve it. I'm gonna tell her how wrong it is. Your mama asked me the other day when we coming over for Thanksgiving, she was cooking. I said, "No, we ain't coming. You know, we don't do that." And she started naming down the food she was making. Yeah, we didn't go. Yeah. No, we didn't go. The day after Nita, we didn't go. We don't want the leftovers from that. And I ain't having no pity. Don't care who get mad about it. Don't care who want to be around me no more. I'm going to stand firm on what y'all's words say and I ain't backing up off of it. Because I trust in y'all and I believe him. And I ain't got to have no pity on idolatry, on unrighteousness, and on sin. We don't share, we don't serve their mighty ones. So he said that'd be a snare to us. Go ahead, Lady Battle.
I was gonna say, I took a hard, long thought on this probably about 7 years ago. In reference to why, it's always the why behind what we do. When we are in a dilemma and you know, our heartstrings, our feelings are attached, and we're struggling to allow the ruach to lead and want to give in because the masses doing it, or this has just been our way, or you struggling with it. Because I struggled with Thanksgiving. I struggled with Christmas, but I was still a Christian when we learned better then about the tree.
Mm-hmm.
But the Thanksgiving part, my processing was, it's not idolatry, but it's the foundation upon which and why this is deemed a day of considered a Thanksgiving. If you will, origin, the start of it. Where is it from? What is happening? And so my thing went next. You know, I'm a processor. I'm like, so it's just food. It literally is just food. You know, kind of like Valentine's Day, Cupid, its origin. Then I'm like, okay, so y'all, is it cool 2 days later to go buy all that candy, you know, discounted?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Why let it go to waste? All these things, y'all know that we were going to, somebody has already thought it. There's nothing new under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Solomon penned that most amazingly because y'all let him do that. Do things to see how vain it was, because it all went against the teachings of Yah and it profit nothing. So the question would be for most people who are in that valley of vacillation and knowing that you need to come out and stay out, because if you keep doing that and have a resolve and your reasoning is okay because it's 3 or 4 days later and not the why, you will continue to do it. So what makes us different? So that means when we're sharing with somebody to bring them out of deliverance, we're going to offer them a resolve of compromise. Not just, hey, this is black, this is white, and y'all, there is no gray. You choose whom you're going to serve.
Right.
So I wanted to bring that up. Your mom called, and they know. And they've been knowing. That is what teased me off. For the lack of better words, is that you already know this though. But when it comes down to things like this is our opportunity, y'all, to truly be pleasing before y'all. Our response is the same. No, we were not going. I even got a huge craving for dressing, you know. And I'm gonna get it. It'll probably be next week. But that's how the adversary play, and that's how he pitch. That's why we have to deal with our soul. And that's why I brought up what I brought up in the garden. Our spirit man got to win.
Right.
And we've shared in the good news about the strong man, who the strong man should be. You can't come in and subdue a strong man whose foundation is on Yahuah. Yahusha is the chief cornerstone.
Right.
But it's that man that's vulnerable, that man that is weakened by their moral standards and the truth of the word that comes in, and then the adversary has its way. You have to bind that strong man first. So consider that, y'all, and don't and do your best not to sit in the valley of vacillation long.
Right.
But go with the truth of the word.
Right. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let me see, because we got to hurry up. I got caught up. If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? Not just the nations, y'all, whatever you dealing with. How can I get out of this? Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but shall well remember what Yahuah your mighty one did unto Pharaoh and to all of Egypt. Remember the great temptations. Remember how he brought them out. How he had the great tests and trials that he brought upon Pharaoh. The Nile turned to blood. The locusts, the fire falling down, the darkness, the boils. How y'all fought your enemy for you. You ain't got to be afraid of nobody. Remember, it's Yah that fights for you. Remember the great temptations which your eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders and the mighty hand and stretched out arm, the power that Yah, whereby Yahuah your mighty one brought you out. He brought you out, split that Red Sea open, walked across on dry ground. When you was at the bank, you know what I'm saying? The water in front of you this way, and behind you that way. People say, they walk on thin water. But the Bible said, y'all made an east wind. Whether the water was thin or whether it was a great wall of water, it was still dry ground. There wasn't no mud. He walked around and blew it with an east wind and blew it dry. And everybody walked across. And look here, they wasn't trembling and shaking going across neither. The babies, the older folks, some of them probably was pregnant. Some of them folks was old. They had all kind of livestock, and they had luggage they was carrying with them. And they went across on dry ground, but when Pharaoh them tried to go, ooh, the dashing, the waves drowned them in the Red Sea. The great temptation which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders and the mighty hand and stretched out arm, whereby Yahuah your mighty one brought thee out. So shall Yahuah your mighty one do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. Not just the people. Whatever you dealing with, y'all gonna come in and come at them. Moreover, y'all your mighty one will send the hornet among them. Until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed, he gonna get everything. He'll take care of you. You shall not be affrighted at them. For Yahuah your mighty one among you is mighty and terrible. He's all Yahweh. He's a dread. Man, look here, he'll make them afraid. Don't play with Yah. I'm telling y'all, take care of us, y'all. I promise you, we can just trust him. You can trust Yahuah. But you know, without faith, though, like you say, though, it's impossible to please Yah. And those of us who come to Yah, you got to first believe that he is. And he is a rewarder to those who diligently seek him. And who your mighty one will put out those nations from before you, little by little, and that y'all may not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon you. It means that he'll do it little by little. While he's doing that, he will allow you to require patience. He ain't gonna do it all at once, but it'll be done little by little, so that you wouldn't be overwhelmed by other things. That's why it's good to have patience and be appreciative of the small victories and learn how to be long-suffering while he's ridding you of your adversary. While he's moving things out of your life, allowing you to grow and see his victories through your patience, through faith and patience. That's how you inherit the promise. But Yahuah your mighty one shall deliver them unto you, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction until they all be destroyed. And he shall deliver their kings into your hand, and shall destroy their name from under the heaven, their authority, their honor, their reputation. He's going to get rid of all that. There shall no man be able to stand before you until you have destroyed them. And listen here, y'all, the graven images. You got to destroy the graven images. This religious stuff, destroy that. Talk about it bad, put it down, get rid of it, wipe everything out that's against y'all. The graven images of their gods shall you burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or the gold that is on them. The money, the prosperity, nor taken unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. That prosperity gospel they preach Christianity, that's dealing with that. Or anything, you get that money off there, get that gold. Remember Achan now. Let's read that story. Y'all said this Achan straight disobeyed y'all, right or wrong. He went straight again. I know we're going a little longer today, but just take heed to it real quick. Let's find it. Israel goes up and get whooped down. Sorry, people right quick. I'm gonna end. This is a little longer today, y'all. But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. Malachi, read this for me.
Yes, sir. But the children of Yasharel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of Yahuah was kindled against the children of Yasharel. And Yehoshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Bethaven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai. And they returned to Yehoshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai. And make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but few. So there went up thither the people about 3,000 men. And they fled before the men of Ai. And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, for they chased them from before the gate ever unto Shebarim, and smote them into the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water. And Yehoshua rent his clothes, and went a little bit too far. And Yehoshua rent his clothes, and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of Yahuah until the eventide. He and the elders of Yasharel, and put dust upon their heads. And Yehoshua said, Alas, O Yahuah Elohim, wherefore hast thou at all brought this people over the Jordan, to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us? Would to Elohim we had been content, and dwelt on the other side of the Jordan. O Yahuah, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies?
Okay, that's good. Now look at Yah, he wasn't hearing it. They began to lose by dealing with other religions because of one person. And we don't want to say nothing about it, say nothing against it. Look at verse 10. And Yah said to Joshua, Get thee up, wherefore liest thou dust on your face? Israel have sinned. Sin is indeed what? Well, it's in the Torah. We just read in Torah. Israel have sinned, and they also have transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it among their own stuff. Therefore, the Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turn their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you anymore, except you destroy the accursed thing. And you don't want to think about that. You don't want to get rid of this religion, taking the benefiting from it. I see you, Malachi. Benefiting from it. Got to have it. You don't know. We don't even deal with it. And in order for them to be able to get back blessed, in order for them to have the victory, in order for them to be able to be overcomers, they had to deal with it. Let me let's look at some things. 7:23, Joshua. And they took them out of the midst of the tent and brought them unto Joshua and unto all the children of Israel and laid them out before Yah. And Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan, the son of Zerah, and the silver and the garment and the wedge of gold and his sons and his daughters. And you want to wear your family like it is, and his oxen and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had. And they brought them into the valley of Achor. And Joshua said, why hast thou troubled us? Why you in trouble? Yahuah shall trouble you this day. And all Israel stoned him with stones and burned them. Stone him with stones. But what do everybody else? With everything else he had. Burn them with fire. After they stoned them with stones, they killed everything. And they raised over him a great heap of stones until this day. And so that Yah turned his fierceness of his anger, wherefore the name of that place was called the Valley of Achor until this day. So you see how these things ruin us. You see how these things can be trouble in our life. The graven images of their gods. That's a cursed thing. That Achan had that Babylonic garment. The silver and gold, Achan had it buried upon this stuff. He had that and the money. He'll bring everything out. He had that in the money. Read Joshua 7 and 8. Read it. And we see here tomorrow, man, you should be putting them down hard. You got that right. Because I ain't finna let y'all, no, my brother. You got to get your own. Man, I'm not finna let you be destroyed because no wickedness and unrighteousness, no sin from some religion. I even have folks talking about some man. We had a guy in one of our stores a few weeks ago talking about he's a Muslim. We brothers. I said, you serve Yahuah? I went to lose the customer over there. He said Allah. Well, we don't serve Allah. We serve Yahuah. So I said, but y'all did tell us to be kind to the stranger. By letting off the bat, we don't serve the same God. We ain't brothers. I don't go the Muslim way. If that make me and you enemies, then so be it. Because I feel y'all above man. These things are snares to us. The money, the gold, the silver, for it is an abomination to Yah, your mighty one. Neither shall Achan brought into his house, like many of us bringing us stuff in our house, these graven images, having Mashiach on the cross in your house. Around your neck, you benefiting from it. You in trouble. Neither shall thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be cursed, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it. You should detest it and utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. Go ahead, Malachi.
I was gonna say it's very Yah is very intentional with everything that he says. And when Joshua had asked Yah, a question, Yah said they. He said they have taken of the accursed thing. They did this. And I think that was very interesting to see, right? Because we all know that it was Achan, and he had to bring it home. So eventually his family knew. But Yah looks at us as one body. Achan did that. That just reminds me of the unity. Yah said they have taken up the curse. And it was ascribed to everybody. That's why all 36 of those men had died. Which shows that in unity, when one of us kind of slips up, or not even slips up, but intentionally does something that is wrong, it affects everybody. Yah said 36 men died because of what Achan did. But in Yah's eyes, it wasn't what Achan did. 36 men died because of what Israel did.
Right. Think about that. And we wonder why things like it is. Go ahead, Lady Battle.
I was gonna say, and right there, Malachi, is where you find that a lot of assemblies, and even in Christianity, it's taught, well, what if this is a test and a trial and everybody's suffering, because y'all dealing with them? Because they're hiding behind having to address the sin. And specifically, Achan was dealt with when y'all spoke to Joshua. And he asked him, why are you laying down? Get yourself up. Did he not? So I submit to us that a lot of stuff do go on in assemblies, issues, and people are affected because of the nonchalantness of the leader. Their lack of willingness after it has been brought to their attention to deal with the sin. Because about a year and a half or so ago, I remember being a part of a call, and this was brought up, and somebody made a comment, but you got a wayward soul, a heifer up in there, the mindset of the one of a stubborn one is why I say it is, and our soul can be that, lashed out against someone saying, so is there an Achan? Is there Achan amongst them? Will you admit it? And when we lack faith to yield ourselves to Yah as leaders, or the one who Yah has called to lead or teach, or however he deems it, and we won't fast and pray and get before Yah so we can truly hear with precision and Yah deal with the matter, we blame it on other people. Or we blame it on the lack of ABCD, because I've heard this talk, and I was like, no, brother, the situation going on in that camp because you allowed it. And then you want to stone me because the truth of the matter is that it was undealt with. The sin had already been there and began to swelter and swell up and infect those abroad. You got to, and the opposite or the other face of this is that if Joshua had not got up and attended to the call of Yah and dealt with it, how do you think the end of the matter would have gone?
Right.
So when we look at that, yeah, individual sin do affect the whole camp. I was talking to the girls about that today. We think we can hide aside and connive behind, oh, it may be y'all just trying us and growing our faith up. Now somebody in this camp stink. They stink in the nostrils of Yah because of sin, and they have the accursed thing, whether it be of their soul, that this deed is done in their body, or that they are just absolutely rebellious and starting to coot like Korah. Yah always address his leaders to make when things are going awry. When people think they can skive and connive, he'll do it. But that leader has to adhere to. So I wanted to bring that out. Certain stuff go on because it's allowed to go on because of the nonchalantness and the lack of true concern or fear of Yah.
Right.
From their leader's perspective.
Right. Let me answer Ken's question real quick. Did I get you my kind of way in? Ken asked, how were those 36 attached to Achan? Were they Yahudim? No, it was all Israel. It was more than just Yahudim. It's not about Judah. It's about Israel. And this is how they was tied to it, because they was all in the same army. They all fought together. So I'm going to read it for you. Because Yah says this. But the children of Israel committed a trespass. The children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah of the tribe of Judah, took the accursed thing. And the anger of Yah was kindled against the children of Israel. And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beth Haven on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, go up and view the country. And the men went up to view Ai. And they returned to Joshua and said to him, let not all the people go up, but let 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai, and make not all the people to labor there, for they are but a few. So there went up a theater of the people, about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. and the men of AI smoked of them about 36 men. And for they chased them from before the gate even unto Shabarim, and smote them in the going, wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water. And Joshua rent his clothes and fell on the earth and to his face before the ark of Yah until the eventide, he and the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads. And Joshua said, Alas, O Yahuah, O Master Yahuah, wherefore hast thou brought all these people over Jordan to deliver us to the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us? With Elohim had we been content and dwelt on the other side of Jordan? O Yahuah, what shall I say when the Israel turn their backs before their enemies? For the Canaanites and the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ on us round and cut off our name from the earth. And what would thou do unto thy great name? And Yah said, get up. Israel sinned. So Yah held everybody accountable for one person, because everybody had the same commands. And guess what? Even in that, and Achan going to fight, somebody saw Achan do that. Achan wasn't held accountable. They let him do that, let him get all that stuff and go. And Yah saw it though. And so Yah brought his judgment against all Israel.
No, what I'm asking is, we saying that the 36 that was killed, they attached to Achan, or we saying that because of what Achan did, 36 men died? I thought we were saying that those 36 was in league with Achan, and that's what I'm not seeing. How,
no.
I mean, yeah, they was all Israel, and like I said, his decisions affected a whole bunch of other people, but I'm not seeing where it's saying that they was in league with this man. I'm not seeing that.
No, I didn't say that they were in league.
Right. We never said they was in league with them.
No,
Oh,
it's
I
the fact.
misunderstood then.
Yeah, no, I was saying that it's how Yah saw it, regardless of if they were in league or not. We are Mashiach. What are we? One body, right? You agree with me there?
Right.
We are one body. So regardless of whether they knew or not, what body is Achan a part of?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
I get it now. I
right,
misunderstood.
right. Yah didn't just punish Achan. Israel was punished for that because he sees Israel as one. And even amongst the prophets, he refers to Israel as his daughters. It's one. The body, the whole head is sick.
Right.
Right.
So praise Yah. So if no one has any, does anybody have any questions, comments before we
I did have a question.
okay.
So I know because this is a great example. Almost everything in the Torah has an example of it being broken. And this is a great example of the Torah being put into place. How my mindset nowadays, you can't kill anybody. That's murder in America, at least. But how would you deal with a situation, similar? In this instance, they're in war. But how would you deal with something where someone has clearly done something that they deserve to be put out of an assembly? How would you deal with something like that today, where somebody has just completely gone against Torah openly? Yah has made it very known. What should one do in the assembly today?
Do what you said do. Yeah. Right. Right. You check them.
I can't hear Isaiah.
He said you check them. If they don't take heed to you, you take them before the council. If they don't take heed,
Right.
we'll holler at you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. But I mean from like y'all the leadership knows, in a sense. So I guess it would be the same thing though.
We should follow Torah in every way.
Okay.
Even though we can't kill them, you can put them out. But now you don't go off of the mouth of one witness. Deuteronomy 19 says that, remember? We got to pray. After we get off YouTube, we'll look at that. Because that ain't pertaining to this. So we'll pray, then we'll deal with that once we end this live. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Anybody got any questions pertaining to the lesson?
No, Pastor Battle, I don't have any questions.
Praise Yah.
Did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay.
Well, hallelujah. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pray, and we're gonna end this live, and then we're gonna take a break and come back. Let's pray right quick. Hallelujah. Man, we thank you for your mercy, Yah. Thank you for this lesson that you allowed us to learn today, Yah. Giving us different insights, helping us see things from a different perspective. Almighty, learn how to, think about things, how we carry ourselves, the things that we do. Yah, even in being able to walk by faith, being able to hold out, being obedient. Thank you for giving us understanding, giving us wisdom, showing us in your word, Yah, how to please you, what displeases you, so we can do better in these areas in our life. Thank you for allowing us to grow in our faith as well and give us the strength to hold on. We appreciate that, and we just magnify you for that, and we just give you the praise, Almighty. We ask you that you continue to help us to walk in righteousness and walk in obedience and not walk in disobedience. For you are truly our strength, you are our salvation, and we love you and we magnify you. In Yahushua HaMashiach's name, we praise you and we pray.